Hello. I don't know if I'm live. I'm not broadcast.
Your life.
It's becoming a bit problematic. Hello. I can't see anything. I don't know whether I'm on or not.
Life.
Ah, thank God, because I was starting to worry. Hello, welcome to the Mongolo Crooning Show. Ron is looking at me like, for real? Are you serious? Why? Anyways, as I'm sure you're wondering where I am, because I definitely don't look like I'm in my normal Mongolo Croonings area. That's because I'm in London. Yes, I am. It was a very painful journey. I have not actually recovered from it. I've had a plethora of health issues since I arrived, but a very special guest. I don't know, maybe he will want to show his face, but someone who is very much beloved is around. So I had to come. So, anyways, yeah, my week has been interesting because I've been very happy seeing this person, but I've also been suffering a lot with pain. Trying not to make it show too much, but it is what it is. So, anyways, I'm trying to make sure that I get this thing right. So, we are talking about jealousy, toxic jealousy in relationships. Man, I can't even deal with that at all in any way, shape, or form. I just can't. I can't deal with it. So, it's something that scares me. And I've been staying with family, and there's a certain member of my family who loves to watch everything crime, people killing loved ones, especially like, couples. One person is jealous, then I kill the other one. Like, why do you watch these things? Why do you put this kind of things into your head? It's just scary stuff to me. But well, everybody with what they like. Me, I like comedies and stuff. So anyways, let's see. What has my week been like? Yes, my week has been trying to recover from the pain of travel, even though I went with the fastest mode of travel that I could, find. But a lot of people don't understand what it takes for me to actually, get any part of my body in movement. It's just awful. But you know what? I've been talking to like some friends I haven't spoken to in a long time, so that's really nice. I'm really happy about that. I have my assignments to do for my coursework. I haven't even started, but I'll get around to it before the end of the week. um, the weather in Bolton is not helping me at all because I'm trying to build a shed, but until the rain stops, they can't lay the concrete and therefore they can't build the shed. And I need that shed built like last week. In fact, like last year. That's how quickly I need it. Anyways, so stop me from droning on and on because I can already see people queuing up to watch this show because I'm sure they're very interested about the topic. Let me bring on my partner in crime. Hello, Ron. Hi, Ronnie, Ron.
Hey, I Benga the Wonder Queen. You're
Yes,
looking very,
so it's I, the Wonder Queen. Any other is a counterfeit.
you
And
said you
of
were
course, we
feeling.
go Ron the Rev, the Rebel Rev. So,
I
how's
thought
your week been? Stressful, I'm sure.
it's just this change of weather. As we approach summer here, it's becoming, my allergies and all that.
Okay, you're
It's put,
going through the weather. So, are you going into winter now?
no, of course not. Summer, we are the southern hemisphere.
Okay, you
So,
got allergies.
yeah, so these pollen seeds,
Just
allergies
hold
and
on. Can
all
you
that.
please switch off the fan? I can't hear anything. Thank you. Sorry, I was struggling to hear. Uh-huh.
Okay. So it's this pollen seed. Can you hear me better now? So it's this
Oh,
pollen
we
seed.
have guests popping in. Okay, just hold on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this pollen seed allergies and all that. So it was really, really messing with me. Other than that, it was really, really a cool,
Mm-hmm.
a cool day. Mm, I liked the day. It was okay. So nothing much. It's fine.
I'm struggling to hear you. The connection is not the best.
I'm done. I'm not talking anymore. I'm already done.
Yeah, I could see your hand moving, but I couldn't hear you. But I heard something about pollen seeds and allergies. Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, I'm asthmatic, so it's not funny at
yes.
all.
No, long and short, nothing much going on. Just there. Nothing too fantastic.
What I hate the most is the rain. I can't stand the rain. Give me every weather, just take away the rain. I just can't deal with it, man. It's the one thing that I have not come overcome since coming to this country. Because even when I was in Nigeria, I hated the rain so much. Because Nigerian rain will beat you and you will actually become ill.
If I tell you
And I just
something,
think it's that fear of
if I tell you something, you really laugh at me. Now that
okay,
you
go on.
mentioned, I've been here for almost 10 years. I've been especially Cape Town, right? So because I've been here for too
Yeah.
long, I kind of can you hear me well now?
Yeah, I
Can you
can
hear me
hear you,
well now?
yes.
So
Yes, I can
because
hear
I've been
you.
here So because I've been here for too long, I kind of and when it rains in Cape Town, the rain is usually not that heavy. It's always light, as if we are
Mm,
far from the sea. Before the rain gets to us, it becomes tiny. So there was this time, like 5 years ago, I went to Johannesburg to go renew my passport, and it rained. You need to see the way I was behaving like a child. Like heavy rain, thunder, lightning. I started having this
and you were
nostalgic,
like,
oh, where's mommy? That kind of feeling. Like, is this lightning going to strike us? Are we going to die? I just had to snap away from it. So like, oh, it's really been a long time. I saw this. So when you mentioned the rain, I could just imagine maybe these these things I just mentioned
I would
are
have
part of.
paid good money to watch you go, mom.
Wow. Well, it happens to the best of
Um,
us.
yeah. We all still children one way or the other. So I can see Django Fett saying hello. Hi, Django Fett. Please come in and Nike is already in waiting. Let's bring on Nike. Nike, thank you so much for joining us.
Hello.
Welcome.
How are you, darling? Yay!
How
Nike, I'm in your
Fine.
area. Oh.
Really?
I didn't have your number, so I couldn't call you to say, oh, yes, I'm in London.
London is see people. If I'm in Scotland, then people say London. People think I'm
Is
in
she
Scotland.
frozen?
We will drag you to my area.
What? Oh, dear. I can't hear
are you doing?
anything, man. The
I'm
connection is
good. I'm all
terrible.
right. How are you?
I'm fine. It's been a while.
Nike, what did you say?
I said I'm in Scotland, so don't you worry. I will drag you from London to my area.
Oh, sorry, Jare.
Oh,
I've become that average Nigerian that everybody who is not living in Manchester area is living in London. They are not living
oh.
anywhere else.
Even my
I'm,
mom,
I'm
she
trying
still
to see
calls
if I
me.
can figure out this connection. Just bear with me, please, because I don't
That's fine.
understand what's going on here.
Okay.
Oh God. And the thing is, I'm not very good with being under pressure.
No,
Let's
Relax,
see
take your
what
time.
I can.
relax.
Well, tell us about what has your week been like? I know that you've been going through some things.
Oh, me? um, oh, I think Abby has even frozen right now. But
No,
can you
just
hear
go
me?
ahead.
Yeah, you can still
Yeah,
hear me.
you just we'll catch up.
Well, today's just Tuesday, so the week has.
So we're expecting something terrible to happen.
No,
It's
well,
like
no, just
hectic.
Tuesday. So the week has just kind of just started in a way. So, um,
Okay.
I'm waiting on certain things, waiting to hear back on certain things. So I'm spending the rest of the week feeling hopeful and crossing my fingers that everything falls
Oh,
into
okay.
place as it should. Uh, but apart from
Is
that,
it
just
is it cold there in Scotland?
oh yes, oh yes, right now, yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
My mom just left not long ago, and she was so happy because like, oh, I'm escaping the winter. I'm escaping the winter.
You have on the show today.
No, she's back in Nigeria.
Oh God. We
Oh,
were really bad on her. Oh,
the last
she's
time I was yabbing
our
her that she I thought that she stole my thunder. That's how she came and
no,
she overthrew me. We're laughing about it.
and wise and wise panelists.
Thank you guys. I'm thankful for having had that day. It was a nice experience for her as well, having to share her thoughts on the matter.
Really,
So
really enjoyed because even when you review the show, you just see that she stole some of the moments too. She actually stole some of the moments, and I like the way she was just being frank and direct. She didn't
yeah,
beat around the bush. And we need, in as much as sometimes we try to project some other views, we just need a holistic approach to things.
yeah, yeah,
Like if you notice, Abby and I have a different, sometimes opposing views. Well, it doesn't mean that is why we're here. We're here to
yeah,
discuss
no,
things.
yeah,
We
absolutely, absolutely.
accept everybody's stuff. So that's why we encourage anyone coming to the show. Don't look at it because I said something or because Abby said something. Be free, say, we could learn a thing or two from you. It's not
Yeah,
about us. It's about the collective effort of everybody. Okay, what's actually going on with Abby is that she just got to London, and yeah, she's at her sister. So they've been trying to set up the
the
internet,
Wi-Fi. Ah,
the Wi-Fi, and all that. So she's been having a little one or two clashes with
yeah,
him.
yeah. Oh,
I'm
what a
sure
shame.
yeah, but that notwithstanding, I'm not going to. She's going to be mad if I stall the show by not talking. So the topic today, it's what's it again? Uh, when does jealousy become toxic in a relationship? When does jealousy? And we chose this topic because she back. Okay, I think Abby is back. No, okay, Abby's here. Abby is here. Okay, we are getting our people
Hello.
here.
Ah, yeah.
Hey, Abby. Sorry, stream, my what they call it, my soundboard is having a little bit technical. If not, I would have
Oh.
given you applause. Then, okay, before we go further, tell us about your day. How has
Oh,
it
ooh la la. My day wasn't bad, but I had
been?
quite a lot to do.
Okay.
because we was taking time off tomorrow to Friday. So I was trying to do quite a lot of things just to finish off from work. And a couple of minutes before now, I was chatting with my girls, and they were just saying something that was really, really funny. And I can't believe it. I had like I was planning to pay for that laugh because I needed that laugh so much.
Oh,
So it was really,
Oh, your
yeah.
daughter's right.
Sorry?
Your daughter's right.
Yeah,
You
my
say your
daughters.
daughter?
Yeah. Yeah, my daughters, they
Eh,
were trying to, one of them wasn't talking, so we started a conversation. So one of them wasn't talking, and the other one was trying to make sure that the second one was talking. And she's like, okay, I'm going to break it down to you now. And the way she was saying it, she sounded more like a teacher, and I was just laughing, like, okay, trying to get the other person to talk. And eventually, I just started laughing. It was just
how
really funny.
old are they?
With 14 and 12.
Oh,
oh, big women.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's nice.
yeah.
So,
So I was just laughing, and it was really, really funny because we wanted the eldest to say something, and she
yeah.
wasn't saying anything, and she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna break it down for you now." But she was saying the very it was sarcasm really, but it was funny that she was telling her what to, not said, "Oh, I don't know what to
did you,
say. I don't want to say. I don't
did you
want to
say
say
she was?
anything."
Did you say she was being sarcastic?
Yeah, exactly. But the way she was,
Where did she
you know
learn
when you're
that
saying the truth, when you're saying the
where
truth,
from?
sorry,
And where did she learn that from?
don't start, run, don't start with that now. It's too early. It's
Children,
too early.
they pick up fast.
Mhm,
They pick up
mhm.
fast, you know. You think they don't
True,
know, they
Yeah,
know.
true,
yeah.
true.
Oh, that,
I had my guilty pleasure, which is a food that some people don't like, and according to a popular preacher, if we eat it, we'll probably go to heaven. Let me not say something else. Is They call it mackerel, we call it titus.
where do you keep digging out all these things from? Can't you
Oh
just allow
goodness.
internet this? Why
Yeah,
must you
but
bring it back?
no, but you need to see the seriousness that this woman was saying it. This
That
preacher was
was
saying it.
thinking back like 2 months back, right?
It's been a while. I think it was since last year, but people keep bringing the. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, but people keep bringing the video up every now and again. But it's been a while now. I think it was last year or so. It was just funny. She said, "Oh, I don't know why somebody will be eating Titus. You can't eat Titus and make it. You can't eat Titus and
And
make heaven."
Jewish. She said Jewish as juice. She
Yeah,
mentioned
yeah.
Jew.
She said something like that. So anytime that I'm eating it, I'm always like, okay,
Are you being
why is she
serious?
saying
Really?
this? Eh?
I can't believe you know how to make heaven.
No, 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 no. It's just funny. So it's like, when you've heard something and you are eating it and you're thinking, if I, like somebody once
No,
told me, go on.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know someone had said that if you eat Titus or mackerel, you will make heaven. I didn't even hear
Let's
that.
not
Yeah. No,
let's
so
not
there's
even
a
go into
video to it.
our prophetesses and their statements. We will not
I'm
end it.
amazed.
Let's not go there.
So many lovely, interesting things on the internet. Don't ask me what I was looking for before I saw that, but so many interesting things. Yeah, but it's funny because I'm not joking. Anytime that I want to eat that fish, ever since I heard that woman say it, my thoughts will just go to her. Not necessarily with the nonsense that she said, but we just go to her and I'll remember her. Anytime I'm eating it, I'm like, oh gosh, I'm eating this food that this woman saying you can't use it and make careful. Yeah. Mhm.
Nick, you need to see how serious the lady was when she was speaking. She
Yeah.
was
I
like,
mean,
She
I am
wasn't joking with it.
shocked. I
Yeah, she
am
wasn't
"What?
joking
shocked.
with it.
I don't know how people attend these churches and they keep a straight face when these people are talking."
Mm, see, one of the things, and I know this, I don't know what the topic today is. When does this become sexual in relationship? Okay. But one thing that
Okay,
I've noticed about
there's a premise to this topic. Somebody actually sent us a screenshot of some of SMS exchange between a jealous girlfriend and a boyfriend because that's the one they sent it to Abby. So we decided to use it. So since Abby's not here, she's still trying to sort out her internet. Now you're going to read it out for us. You're going to be Abby today. I'll read it out for us. So I'll put them on the screen. So you read it out for the viewers to watch so that they get a mental picture of what we're discussing. Okay, so here goes the first one.
mm, I'm not sure if Nick can see that properly.
I know. I'm trying to.
Okay, let me. Okay, you're watching from
Hi
your phone?
guys, can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, if I zoom it, I can see it.
Okay, so you can read it out.
Hey, babe. Evening, sweetie. Where
Can
are
you hear
you?
me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can hear
Abby,
you,
we
Yeah,
can
Abby.
hear you.
Oh god.
we're reading the SMS messages.
Connection is
Or
so
do you want
bad.
to read it?
Let me see. Even network, I want to see.
I think
But
I've
I'm
seen
saying
this one.
just
Okay.
No, we just said, don't worry.
Should I read
Abby, can
it? Should I carry on?
yeah, carry on.
no,
Okay, so where are you? I'm home. What's up? When I called you, I heard some background voices of females. I'm home, and maybe those are my sisters. Send me a picture of you being home. Then we get a picture of the man standing.
carry on, but I can't see anything. I'm struggling.
Don't worry. You can catch up.
Then there is
We're reading out the SMS messages.
then there is and then he goes, "What's wrong again?" And she goes, "There's just something about this picture which is making it hard to believe. Take a picture with a spoon on your head. Why would I do that? To prove that you're home." Lex, what's up with your insecurities? Honestly, I'm in bed. This is late at night. Why would you be asking me to do such? Again, to prove where you are. Then we get a picture with a fork on his face, lying down in bed somewhere. And then she responds, "This isn't fair. I'm now suspecting you. I said a spoon and you're getting a fork. Who knows where you are? If that's where you got that, who knows where you are if that's where you got that fork? I want to see stuff from your house. Take a picture with a spoon that I know from your house. That short spoon." Then him, "Is this how we're going to be?" She, "Babe, I said take a picture with that short spoon." Angry emoji.
God forbid.
Then he sends a picture with a spoon on his face.
on his head.
And then she goes, "I love you too." And then he goes, "Listen, you can't wake me up this time around 10 p.m. and start making me do this madness. I have tolerated your insecurities and now it's enough." Oh my word. Then she goes, "Trust is hard. Just get used to it, I suppose. Otherwise,
God
I love you.
forbid.
Good night." And he goes, "Tomorrow you will tell me to take a picture with my landlady just to prove that I'm home." She, "Why would you take a picture with your landlady?" Him, "I'm just saying." She, "Your landlady lives alone and I have been seeing how she looks at you. And on top of that, you just had to say that. Please capture your room. I want to see which room you're in."
No, okay.
Madness.
Then he sends a picture of his bed, I think his mattress, bed sheets. "This is my room. Here is my bed. What's wrong with you, honestly?" She, "Let's video chat." Oh my word. She doesn't
God
pick the call.
forbid.
There are 5 missed calls. Oh dear Lord.
I can't even deal.
Oh my word. That's ridiculous.
Sorry, guys. My connection was giving me stress, but I have a guru in the house who sorted it out for me, so I'm back on. But yeah, that's what I got, and I sent to Ron, and I was like, "Ron, I swear down." I said, "I'm a woman, but I go keep person. If someone put me through this, in fact, I'll be like, as soon as we are into the second part, I'll be like, BITCH, deuces, click." Because nah, fam, who has time for that? time for that.
It's the
I don't think. Well, it's lovely to see you, Abby. How are you doing,
Hello.
my love?
I'm
How have you
coping.
been?
I'm
You're just
coping with my
laughing. Abby just has
It's
this
just
smile
funny.
of, hey, person would have
It is
died
funny
if it
because
was me.
I like to flip things round. And I know it's a woman doing
No, okay.
that.
Can you tolerate it? Can you tolerate that kind of
No,
behavior,
I can't
Abby?
stand it. Maybe tolerate is a bigger word. I can't stand it. Like 5 seconds into that conversation, you're gone. Like really,
exactly.
I can't not a baby.
I can't hear.
I can't. Can
I'm
you hear me?
shocked that he even sent the pictures. Like I am shocked to my bone that he actually took a picture of
I'm
utensils on
shocked
his
they're
face.
still dating her because this is not
Ah,
the first time. So I'm shocked they are still dating.
that's just oh my
It's
word.
it's. I think it's all about
Hey, God,
insecurity.
one would think
Um,
London's connection would be better than my village.
We can hear you.
We can
you
hear
know,
you.
You.
For me, what I think about in that particular scenario is that there's somebody suffering from maybe she was deserted or something happened to her before and she has not dealt with it, and she was just jumping into another relationship, and she just think, oh, I have to do it my way now this time, or and this is me speaking in in a defense. Other than that, because I can't take that as a woman, I think it's totally uncalled for. She went too far. She was going. In fact, I'm not even. I'm trying to imagine my daughter or my maybe if I have a son, and the girl is saying that I could see that picture. Ah, I could see that chat.
Sorry, welcome, Sean Sean. Hey, welcome. Can you
I
hear
don't
me?
think I
Hi,
can cope.
Shehu.
So, where to do your lights now?
Na nepa.
No, never.
Oh,
I was expecting that. It's so easy talk. It's not
anyway,
never. It's not holding, isn't it?
Oh,
it's
Nepa,
been a
please.
good evening. Oh, I just thank God you decided to show up
It's
today.
power holding.
They, 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 they keep holding everything to
Yeah.
themselves.
And
Yeah.
if you look
Hey,
at the
I am
bigger
being.
picture, if you look at the bigger picture, that there's no light. I think what they're trying to do really is to empower you guys in so that you can be strong even when there is, where in the dark place you can see from within.
That's the story of our
Yes.
life.
We can't keep
It,
talking
it,
about
it
negativity.
doesn't
Sometimes we
seem
have
to
to
bother
bring
us
positive.
anymore.
Sir, I
I
didn't hear
said
that.
that's the story of our lives. It doesn't seem to bother us anymore.
That's
It's
It's
your
what I
part of
close
Is
mean.
life.
it?
it throughout your teeth. Close up. That's
And
what.
that's the thing. I'm like, this darkness is giving me assurance on one thing: the brightness of Seun's teeth. Your
Can
teeth
you,
are
can you imagine? Me self
ridiculously.
dey see am, I dey feel am.
I want to vex and switch off the light so that me too I will boast. Let me see whether
Remember,
it will
this is
work.
not Colgate again. This
Oh,
is
oh, oh, dear.
Oh,
Oh,
we can still see your face.
you can see your face.
Ah,
What's the point? Yes, man, no.
oh,
Oh,
what nonsense! And I was trying to show my teeth. Oh,
You see
and this
now,
is you see, this is
that's
Jesus
what
jealousy.
we
Can
are
you
Christ.
see
talking about.
jealousy at work?
Jealousy,
It's
jealousy.
7 of
I dey inside darkness. You still dey jealous me. You want off
You
your
see
own
I
light.
that?
didn't, honestly, guys, I'm sorry about the internet. It's just fluctuating back and forth. So I'm just hoping that things get better with it. But
it. Don't let
when
it
I
stress.
saw this text message, when I saw this text exchange, I was just like, Ron, you have to see this because not only my own eyes will see this thing. Oh yeah, Ron, come and see, see madness on fleek. Because I was like, there is no way. And I'm this kind
Hmm.
of person that the slightest hint of jealousy makes me very nervous and
Mm,
anxious. Once
mm,
someone starts
And
to tell me, "Oh,
at that
why are you
point of
talking to this person?" I mean, there was a guy who's a friend. I could see that he was trying to take things a bit deeper, right? It was just a friend, and he came one morning. We were going to go out, and I got dressed, and he was like, is that the length of the dress you're going to wear? And I was like, uh-huh.
mm,
And one thing about me, I don't even like to give a allowance for do I look good. I know I look good. I don't need you to tell me that I
Ah,
look good because I
I
don't want to give
know.
anybody the opportunity to start telling me no, you don't look good
I
or one
can't
thing or the
try.
other and start telling me things that's going to make me start feeling some type of ways about myself. So it was like, oh,
Hmm.
is that the length of the dress you're going to wear? I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, if you're my woman, I
Oh,
wouldn't let you wear a dress that short. And I said, and that's
Hmm.
exactly why I will never be your woman.
I would have
Now,
said that
are you
positive.
going out or you're going to stand there and talk about something that doesn't belong to you? And he was just like, whoa, take it easy. I said, no, 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 no. I didn't ask for your opinion. You decided to give it freely. So I told you to where to pack your nose,
Ah,
okay?
yeah,
So are you
cannot
going
laugh,
out or
oh.
you're still staying?
Yeah,
Because
cannot laugh,
I
oh. Oh
Oh, Abby
no.
is gone.
Abby is gone. You know why I'm laughing when Abby was sharing that story? It's because I've got something similar. Somebody, a friend. I try to differentiate between a friend and an acquaintance, so I would say that this person is a friend. So the person was trying to want to know my dating history, aka I don't know, and it was like, how are your boyfriends? And I was like,
Hmm.
oh, they are doing very okay. He said they. I said yes. Are they they? Uh, I was like, I thought that you seen something for you to give that conclusion. I said no. In other words, I want to know if they are they or if they are. I'm like, next time you want to ask me, because I'm an adult, you need
Mm,
to ask me and be very specific. There's no
mm.
room for unnecessary
tire for jealousy
jealousy.
than my internet. Oh.
There's no room for necessary jealousy to
Mm.
somebody to be asking questions that like, okay, how many are we? I said there's room for healthy competition. You know that, right? And it was like, oh, okay, okay. I'm like, calm down. He said, okay, so are you going to tell me? I said, you missed the opportunity. And that's a fact. If you want to ask a question, ask straight. Is there a woman in your house? Yes, no. No, there is no. Yes, there is, right? And let that be enough. I don't know. She was just this text that we read. It was just going to maybe WhatsApp or whatever. It's just going too much. The guy is too. I don't know. Maybe he's not serious himself because a serious person will not be
Well,
answering that kind of question.
well, Abby. Now,
Mhm.
from a man's perspective, that
Yeah.
particular question, are are they? How are your boyfriends and all that, all whatnot?
Is that no jealousy?
From a man's perspective, I wouldn't say that's a hinge on jealousy.
Ah, okay.
Yes, I
What's
think
that?
that question. I think it's more of okay. I wish to step
To
up
apply.
my game, but before I start, make I
I want
know
to know
waiting
what
to
how
talk.
many
Ask
people are
it
in the
now. Which one
competition.
is which one is that kind of question? You ask me that kind of question. In fact, the kind of answer I'll give you, you won't like it.
Yes, now
Ask
it's
me.
because you are see there are different types of men. Some men are
Mm,
so sure of themselves, their approach is different. But I
mm,
can
mm.
tell you this particular one, well, I think from a man's perspective, like I said, is like the guy was testing the water,
Trying to see if there
Hey.
was someone up there or
trying
not.
to see, even if there were, as the case might
Yeah,
be,
yeah.
you
Like
know,
people
let
or
let
like
let me
person.
know. Let me just try and. But some people won't even go that route. I'm telling you. But
I agree. I
that
agree. It's just for
the guy,
me, it's just
guy
that
could
we
now
are not
become somebody who has this jealous traits somewhere hidden somewhere
What?
in there,
this
but
person,
you don't even know just like that. That one
this
just they try
person
test whether
is a
maybe
friend.
happy self they feel waiting they feel.
But wait,
This
look, let
person
me
is a
tell you
friend.
one thing.
Not jumping. This person is a friend, and automatically, like a male female friend, sometimes
Mm,
you have to kind of keep drawing the line. Even though the line is there, oh, you have to keep
mm,
drawing it that let's not
mm,
cross, let's not cross. So that in the head of the other party, something is not drawing there. And be like, okay, I think this person is falling because they're always falling for the men. They never fall for somebody.
mm,
So, and that's why I said that, that maybe, in his mind, he was thinking, oh, how many people, so that I know who I'm competing with and all that. I'm like, okay, there are quite a lot of them, unfortunately, because I don't know how you're going to cope. And it was clear. So, but I knew what he wanted. I know what he was trying to ask me. But because he didn't ask that question directly, which was why I kind of tied to what we are discussing. I know it's not really like kind of related like that. But
which kind
rather
of unsure
than
fellow be this?
rather than be going about and be merry-go-rounding and all that, just go straight. Do you have somebody with you?
But
No,
why
I
are
don't.
you guys? Why are women so uptight when they hear such questions? Just answer the poor guy. Say them plenty.
It wasn't asking a question. It was making
It's
an
not a matter
assumption.
of uptight. When you get to a certain age, Abby, not
Well,
even that. When we get to a certain age, we don't have time for games. We don't have time for nonsense. If you want to know, if you want to know something,
I
ask.
understand,
If we
I
feel it's your
understand how
business, we will tell you.
that will
If we feel
sound.
it's not your business, we will tell you.
Shaun don't understand yet. I haven't spoken. Allow them to express themselves.
You understand what I'm saying? No, 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 let's be realistic. Look, let me tell you, once a woman is past 35, I think she's done playing games. At least most people are done playing games. So you want to ask me, oh, so how many sexual partners have you had? No, that's I said some. That's I said maybe.
Oh, some. Okay, I thought you said most. Some would
No,
be
I said
ideal,
some.
but most. Oh, okay.
See as Ron
Okay,
just dey look
some women. The thing is, like you hear some, I've heard some people say a man has asked them, how many sexual partners do you have? What's it concern you?
Who they ask that one?
You know,
She will say that.
no, I've been told. No, but I've been told
Which
that
concern
the
Agbero
guy
with
asked
overload
me,
now? Why
The
should anybody
question the
be
guy was
asking that?
asking me, the question the guy was asking me was literally what have you just said? How many? That's what he wanted to ask me in plain language.
Basically, what the count, Abby?
Yeah. So how many
what's
are
your body
they?
count? What is it to you?
Exactly. So for me, because I know the nonsense answer you want to get, I will not pollute it more. So that's why I said, they are many. They are very
If you
many.
You
ask
should
me
have
what's my
just
body
told him,
count, I'll be like,
I'm not a hired assassin. Why should you be asking me your body count?
I'll be
No,
my baby.
that is you are giving room for discussion. There are some things that the more you dwell on
Just
it,
shut it down.
exactly,
Yeah.
like, how are they doing? They are doing okay. They are all doing very well.
Okay,
And then
let me look
it's
at
top right.
let me say it from this point of view. I get
Uh-huh.
what everybody's saying, right? I get what everybody's saying. In a way, you're correct. In a way,
Yeah,
you are
no.
using one brush to paint the whole canvas, and I'll explain why. Most often when we talk with women and say, well, "What kind of guy do you want?" I want confident and macho man. They,
Now so
they always give you this
By
expectation.
women, Ron, before you continue, by women you mean some women.
Always
Does
speaking
he
general.
accused us of using one brush to paint? Then he
Yeah,
did
don't say
exactly
that
the
you
same
are
thing.
not using the same brush,
I'm
huh?
talking now. I'm speaking based on generalization, not absolute now.
Okay.
Generalizing.
So we probably might have been using the same as well. Is that what you're saying?
I know, he likes
You didn't give,
Turenchi. Allow him.
give any space for error. You will just slaughtered the guy for no reason. You didn't even give any little space for error. I'm trying to
I
create
know
the
you have
errors.
missed me, Ron. I know you have missed me, Ron. So I have to represent.
I know just because I was begging.
Tom and
I
Jerry.
know. I know.
Come on,
So, but
Jerry.
this is the thing. I know that naturally a male or a man is supposed to have some form of confidence or some form of authority perception. But here's the thing: when it comes to women, when it comes to women or
Hmm.
dealing with or relating with women, not all men are
Up
confident.
never.
I was expecting someone to say that.
I didn't even notice. Okay,
I noticed.
pa.
I was just waiting for Ron
I
to
was
finish speaking.
expecting that.
I
You
missed
can
that
take
though.
someone out of Nigeria, but you can't take Nigeria out of that
Yeah, I
person.
missed it.
At
You can't, man.
all.
You
Uh,
can't
so
at all.
I,
Sorry.
I'll say the reason why I say this is that we have guys when they're around men, they inspire, they are confident, they tell you, they can even tell you, let's go to war through this fire. All the men will follow the guy, they will charge through that fire. The fire will be burning them, but because of this leader said let's go there, they will, all of them will just go there. But tell that same guy to speak to one yeye girl. I'm saying yeye girl in the sense that it's not even a high class girl, maybe very, very low class girl that doesn't even have confidence in herself, don't see value. I'll get to the value part. Hold on. Go and speak to that girl.
There is no low class girl. I'm sorry, Ron. I have to talk. There's no low class girl. Don't even talk. Don't use that word.
A girl that does not respect
I
herself.
am literally fighting a friend now because he called some ladies Olosho or whatever that means. I cannot stand it. No, so
Olosho
there's
is
There's nothing like high class or low class.
no class.
let me explain the low class in the sense that let me water it that will make you people happy. Low class in the
Don't
sense
make us
that
happy. Just say the truth, but don't badmouth.
let me say the truth. Low
Ron,
class in the sense
Ron sometimes
sorry,
say
sorry.
some things that is
There
just
are,
like,
there are three women here.
no, don't worry, I'll get them. Low class in the
And
sense that
Nike appears to just so what is happening actually? What is happening?
no, let me tell
Why
them.
are the two Abis attacking that statement? There are three women here.
Wait, see, we'll get on. They're my people. I know how to. Don't worry.
How to
So
handle them? No Allah. Fire on. Fire on.
so when I say low class, in the sense that I'm not talking about her wealth, I'm not talking about her status, I'm not talking about what she owns or academic qualification. I'm talking
Her
about
mind.
somebody
hello,
who is low class in
You're
mind
back.
that she doesn't have
Yeah.
value for herself. She
wait,
does not
Ron,
see.
Ron.
Say,
Because a woman doesn't have value in herself doesn't mean she doesn't have value. So even
did
if she
you? Did
doesn't place value on herself, she still has
I'm
value.
like, hey, let me finish before I start lecturing. Ah, human rights activist. So before so we're talking about somebody in the mind. You know that every human being, male or female, should have some level of self-worth. You should know that you exist for a reason. There are people who just have lost it. Like, after all, I'm just a woman and I can give out this thing free of charge. You know, that kind of thing. It's not about
Am I
education.
showing now? Okay.
Yeah.
It's not about her educational qualification. It's not about her status. It's not about her wealth or anything. It's just her mentality. She doesn't see the self-worth in her. I'm a person who believes that every human being is important. They have something to offer. But there are some people that have just given up. That is it.
Power.
For instance, somebody that just chose somebody that deliberately became a crackhead. Like deliberately, I'm not talking about addiction now. Now you carry yourself, go crack house, go they buy drugs, go they live there, they come they use you just for you to buy, that person has gotten to a point where there's no more value. She
So
doesn't see him or
it's not a
himself.
gender thing. He or
It's not
he or she.
it's a value thing. You don't respect yourself. You don't see yourself as somebody
So
who
the
is important.
Abis in the house. I hope that is clear.
It's
Yeah,
not
that's
also
true. So, but don't
not
Can I
you
just
shouldn't
point
use
out that we
you
have
shouldn't
kind of
use
lost track
low
of the
class
topic
ladies.
of the day?
yes. Back to the story.
Exactly.
Okay, back to the story. So now, when this guy goes to meet this same confident guy in the midst of men, when you tell him, Oga, see that girl over here, go and talk to her. Then you see, all right, excuse me, I saw you when you were walking. Are you? Have I seen you before? Okay, I think I know you before. Oga, talk to the girl. Let us hear something. Say something. Okay. Were you yellow yesterday? Because I thought I saw you when you were climbing from under tree. Okay. Okay, talk to this girl now. You just said, leave me alone now. I'm trying to talk to her. Wait. Have you have a boyfriend before? And that's the first thing that comes out from the person's mouth. And this is somebody you think is very confident and smart around guys. And I say this to say this because a lot of times we just think that everybody, they are confident. When you see a man, good looking, sharp dressing, you think that somewhere inside his head that he knows how to speak to women, but they don't. Some of them have never had that experience because either they were very studious, bookworms, that introverted bookworms that didn't really relate with the opposite gender. So in they just delayed over time. They grew older. They just don't know how to communicate. It's not about being stupid now. It's just that they don't have experience. You cannot fake that experience. I still remember what I said to the first girl I toasted when I was 15. I don't like remembering that experience even till now. I don't want to remember. But I know how awkward it was. And there are men that are in their 40s that are still in that position I'm talking about now. So somebody coming to me and say, how many boyfriends have you had? Not be say he's rude or anything. He just does not know how to package himself and make sense.
I would even say, in terms of the question, if I don't have it correct, in terms of the questions of how are your boyfriends or how is your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't even put that under the classification of someone who was jealous or even someone who necessarily lacks confidence. I might put it as under the umbrella of someone who probably has a sense of humor, because some people might say it in jest. As say as you're fine. How is your boyfriend? And some people, it's an indirect way of finding out if you're in a relationship, because they are either just shy of coming up with a direct way. So personally speaking, if someone asked me, how are your boyfriends? I might just go either, I'm married, or I'm single, or I'm engaged, or I have a boyfriend, because I kind of know what they're trying to ask, but they're just going about it. And it's just because they are uncomfortable asking directly. So that's how I would see it.
What I was trying to bring out in that, why I used that story, but remember I said this person is a friend. So
so they knew.
The person is an acquaintance. I didn't say the person is a stranger.
Maybe you boxed him as a friend, or don't go there, Abby.
Not that kind of. The friend is a friend, right?
Okay.
But it's not the box corner friend, but it's a friend, right? So to some extent, this person knows me. But what this person was looking for is some kind of assurance, which was why, based on that text that we have read, I was trying to use that to say that there is no need for you to be merry-go-rounding, because if you can excuse this person that was asking me a question, how are your boyfriends, then there is no, if I give room for that discussion, maybe we ask how many times do I sleep with each of them?
Abby, do you know how long it took him to muster that confidence to ask that
question? Now, this lady now that is saying nonsense, it's the same muttering too. She's trying to do, she's going back and forth.
Oh, no, but she's not, though. No, Harry, she's not going back and forth. She was very direct.
No,
if anything, she was over direct.
She's lost her mind.
If she knows that she was going to do a video chat, why is she merry-go-rounding asking questions all along?
Oh, she was investigating.
So that's what I mean. That, this is what I'm trying to. That's why I use that story to say that rather than
the girl is not okay. She's not okay.
Oh no, the girl, that particular text
I'm not citing her, and I'm not saying that she is okay, but I am saying that I'm flipping that to myself. Like, I will not even go with that discussion. So I don't know why the guy in question as well was tolerating that
Abby, why is so harsh? Abby, why is so harsh?
Wait. May I say something? Some men actually enjoy, not even men, some people enjoy jealousy. To them, it is an expression of love. But the thing is, the guy himself is not yet certain, because if he's as fed up as he's claiming to be, when he said, look, I can't do this with you, blah, 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 and then she still went, you mentioned show me the bed, and he still went and showed the bed, it means that somewhere inside of him he's enjoying it. He equates it to, okay, it's part of her quirky, but she loves me. But you see, my fear is when that quirky or they love me starts to become dangerous, when the person starts to tap your phone, person starts to follow you up and down, the person starts to
particular lady was dangerous, if you ask me. That particular example, she was dangerous. I think if she had the means and the opportunity, she probably would be tracking him and doing what you just said. And if you think about some everyday relationships, because the truth is, these are some people's realities. Some people right now, as we speak, are in relationships where they're with jealous people, where they monitor them, they track them, they cut them off from other people because they want to isolate them and keep them to themselves, or they go into aggressive outbursts when they see them talking to the opposite sex and they feel threatened. So either they go and they slap the person or slap the other, and they have all these extreme aggressive
Mm-hmm.
outburst. And it's just, to me, if I think about it, if I try to analyze it, I think about how it's all about the person and the person's self-esteem. So the person who's being jealous now, it goes back to the person's insecurities and their own self-esteem. Because if you were
Exactly.
self-assured in yourself, the only kind of jealousy I would even say, you said something once about some people, they consider it like it's like a
Love.
good thing,
Love.
like love. But
Yes.
there's an element of where there's love. So if you go out, you and your partner go out, and you are getting male attention, that's fine. But if someone walked up to you with your partner, let's say your partner was sitting down drinking, let's say you went to the bar, you went to the loo or whatever, and you're walking back, and an opposite sex stops in the middle of the floor, and they're chatting you up, and your partner just sits down, does not move, does not even care, does not even looking at their phone or doing, and then you deal with that situation and you come back. There's almost a feeling that doesn't he care or doesn't she care? They didn't even act as if they were affected by the fact that someone else was interested in me. So there's an element of at least the person going, oh, she's with me or he's with me. Not fighting, it's just an awareness of saying. So there's that element.
Mm-hmm.
But when it crosses the boundaries of where are you? Send me picture, put spin on your head, jump 10 times,
Yeah.
squat, go to the
You know,
borehole,
like,
jump
you
inside
know
the
what you
ball.
said, Nick? I remember years ago when I was dating this guy, and we actually went out to a club, that kind of thing. And one thing about me, once I hear music, I lose my mind. And the guy I was with was a white guy. He has two left feet. He cannot dance for toffee. So it was like, go and dance your dance, Biko. So, I was dancing, everything, having a good time, dancing by myself to the music. And then this guy comes up and starts to dance in front of me, and I'm like, "Excuse me, I really don't want anyone ruining my vibe. I need to dance to this music." So I turned, but then he wouldn't take no for an answer, and he just kept following. I was like, waiting, I want to dance with you," and like. I was even because I was not getting a bit disoriented because you know how a club can be sometimes
Yeah.
where there's a and next I just saw the guy I was with just come up, and even though he couldn't dance, I was like, "Hey babe, so you've been keeping the dance for one for me?" I was like, "Yes," and it was like it was written. The music just changed to a slow dance. Immediately, I just basically clung to the guy. And the guy was like, I was like, Abi, you refuse to hear no, leave me alone. So the owner of the property has come. Waka. You
Yeah.
understand? Now, if I was on the dance floor and I was tackling with that, and I happen to look around and I can see my guy just sitting there looking at me, it's not a case of maybe he's distracted, maybe he doesn't know
Yeah.
that something's going on, but he's looking at me and saying that I'm struggling, and then I know that I'm not going to be able to dance with him.
Oh,
Oh,
Abby's frozen.
oh no.
Oh,
That's the
actually
case your
rubbish.
Okay, so while before she catches up, there's a thin line between showing interest and being jealous in that situation. It's a
Mm-hmm.
very thin line.
hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're back, Abby.
So it's a case of chivalry. Like at least you see a woman in distress, you go and rescue her. That is not really jealousy. To me, is you're doing what you're supposed to do as a man with respect to your woman. And it's not a case of jealousy. It's a case of chivalry.
Mm,
Abby, you're off again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me
Ron, you were
just.
saying
Let,
something. Yeah.
Thoughts where she's
Oh,
it's a. We can't hear you at all. You have to log out and log in. Abby, you've got to log out and log in. So, like, there's a thin line. I'll say this. Now, look at it this way. You go to a club with a lady. Abby gave just one instance. Well, if you go to a club with a lady, maybe your wife or whatever, then all of a sudden you start dancing. The guy doesn't feel like
yeah.
maybe he is tired
Hello,
or
can you
he's
hear
done.
me?
Uh, no, you are breaking up. Log out and log in. Log out and log in.
Okay.
So then you have.
Ugh.
So you have this guy dancing. So you have the lady dancing on the floor, and the guy is like, "You don't do it. I can't sit down." Say, "No, this is my song." Then you go on for another 30 minutes. Then it's like, "Madam, you don't do. Can't sit down. Make me plan to go." No, 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 no. I love this song. Then you start using your hands to shake against the. I mean, at that point it becomes disrespectful to the person who brought you. It doesn't matter if you're no. It's true. It's true. You need to understand these things. You came with somebody, right? He's not saying you should not dance, but after you've had your fun and all that, come and sit down. You don't do that.
See,
Just sit down.
this thing you just said reminds me of Ian and I went on a double date with another friend of ours, and they're also in an interracial marriage, but he's
Connection is
Nigerian.
bad.
And of course, Nigerians and music was a club kind of setting, so we were dancing. Sure, I even danced with him. Ian doesn't dance, and his wife actually danced a bit, but again, not to the extent to which a Nigerian would overdo our dance floor. So she sat down a while, and Ian was also sitting down, and then I was dancing. Then my friend was dancing, but then they had all these girls in the club who came and they surrounded him, and they were dancing with him. Okay, he's a really good dancer. I have to give it to him. Like, he's a way better dancer than I am. And I think they were fascinated by this black guy really knocking steps. So they just all came and they surrounded. They were dancing with him, but some of them were a bit too close. His wife got upset because she was saying that he didn't do anything to come out of that situation, because he just so in a way I understand when you talk about being disrespectful to your spouse. So if you're out with someone and you're having a good time, but you can see that there's someone else invading that space, it's only respectful to the person you came with to either take yourself out of that situation. Sure, that's it, just take yourself out of that situation.
But I think that's different from what Ron was saying, though. Ron was saying that this person is dancing, and then she's going. You want to the guy wants you to come and sit down because you've been dancing for a while.
And you're planning to leave.
And you're planning to leave.
Like,
and if he doesn't do that, that's disrespectful.
No, that one I don't think is necessarily disrespectful, because me and you plan to go out and I'm still having fun.
Give me 1 minute. You can say, give me 1 minute. You continue. Give me 2 minutes. But when you go on and on, like as if he's not even talking to you, you just keep going on and on.
But that wasn't the situation in my case. I was actually looking for the guy.
No. He wasn't talking about your case. He was just talking generally.
Oh, okay.
It's just that using the word disrespectful. That I understand that you wouldn't want to do that. Respect is reciprocal. So if you don't want someone to do that to you, probably don't do that to someone else. But in a way, it still doesn't mean disrespectful. It just means that
okay. This person is disrespectful to my guy. I was actually looking for him, and luckily he popped up. And
no,
sorry, I'm confused. You know, my internet has been doing sege.
Yeah, we wasn't talking about yours. I think Ron was just using example. It was just saying a different example entirely. It was just the fact that he said that person was disrespectful, and I was saying no, I don't agree that. I agree that this person probably is not mindful of the other person that they have went out with, their partner, their husband, their whatever. Not mindful because you have to be considerate of other people. But still, that's not disrespect.
You went as a group, right? You went as just like she said. You went couple dating, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say there are 3 couples that went out. The rest are already sitting down. Only you get "That's my song." You wanted to do. You did it the first time. You did it the second time. You did it the third time. Not only you.
But we all can't be the same now, because the rest of you want to sit down.
Justify it, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying something else.
Ron, I think it's not the rightness or wrongness of it, but I think it's the word you used. I think yes, it to be like what Happy said. It to be you're not mindful of the people you're there with. So not necessarily that you're being disrespectful, but you're not being.
Your guy is the one even telling you don't do. Everybody don't sit down. Not only you go stand.
Would you say the same thing if it was the guy?
Sorry?
If it's the other way around, if you flip the genders.
Guy, if the wife is giving you eye contact that come and sit down and you still continue dancing, it's still wrong. It's not just a one.
Is it disrespectful too?
Yes.
Wait, so you see, for me, music is like a drug. Music is my drug. In fact, it's not like it's like a drug. Music is my drug. So when I go to club, when I used to go clubbing, when I go to club, me and Nato shut down that club. So we can't reach there 1 hour. So they tell me I will go. The way I will vex for you, I will go, but you will hate yourself because I will make you miserable. Because I plan to go and dance the rhythm and blues of my life out on that dance, and you now, because of whatever, you now say, after 2 hours I'm done. Hey, when party just one day pop, Jesus,
Because
I will be
I
vexed.
have examples of that. When once I first got married, and I think I wasn't really. I was of the opinion that I don't want to have children at the time. Okay, but because I have in-laws and I've got my own family member that they've already thought that if you get married, then the next thing for you to start having producing babies. And so each
Only
time they're always
watching.
saying, "Oh, may God please you," blah 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 blah, all those prayer, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, my head is almost like. And at a point, I started seeing that as actually a prayer point, even though I wasn't ready a couple of months back. But when I started seeing it as a prayer point, then everybody started giving back next to me. So when I go to places that they're doing christening and all that, I'll be like, okay, or maybe naming ceremony. I'll be like, oh no, I just feel very uncomfortable. I want to leave. So I remember that my head then will tell me that um, we are going to this party. This is how this person is to me. If you know you're not going to wait for hours to better sit down at home. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get there 1 hour or 2 hours and leave. Because if you get there, then you may say, oh, I've got cramps, I've got this, I've got that. If that is what the case may be. Now, at the time, it was painful that he had to say that. But reflecting back on all those things, I don't think he's done anything wrong by telling me exactly. So
It's
if
setting
I
the
go to a club,
expectations, the right
yeah,
expectations, so that you know. Yeah.
so that I know. So, but, so if I go to a club
Exactly. Ah.
and he is not ready,
I
and me,
went to
I'm
party to go
ready,
and boogie. After 1 hour, in that time, yeah, let's go
I just
home.
go angry
Hey,
because we actually went there to go and enjoy
we fight.
ourselves. So if you are not feeling the party, I can meet you
No,
halfway.
no, no. Oh, you see again. You see, we don't trickle down the issue. We are not talking about a 1 hour show. They go club 7 o'clock, 2 a.m. Oga
They
say
don't
make
go
you
club
come see.
7 o'clock.
Enough. Which kind dance you want dance? Where you dey dance
No, they
go?
don't go to
Where
club 7 o'clock now. What are you saying? Do they go club 7 o'clock?
the clubs are like lounges now. You just start from there.
Run, not they go
Then
club.
You know
Run,
they
no,
go
they go
anywhere. Why you
club.
go club for 7? Why we won't go open door?
Nobody
Nike,
enters club at 7 o'clock.
Nike, you can. I'm sure. I'm very sure you make heaven. I'm happy for that
If
statement.
you go to club to go and dance, they are going from
I know
10.
they go.
So if
Eh?
I ask the question, at what point
Abi,
would
now
you
you want to
say
open
that
the place.
jealousy would
You
becomes
will know that
toxic
is
in a
a reverend.
relationship? Because
I
if we're
think
saying that there's a fight, like Ron, you made a
You
sentence
will know that is
before.
a reverend for him to be saying he's going to club at 7.
Nika is asking a question.
okay. Now let me. No, I'm answering her. Now this
Okay.
is the thing. Again, it goes back to the beginning of the dating. You see all these things we are discussing. When you're dating someone or when you meet
Sorry,
someone,
what did you say?
when
Oh,
we are back
network
to
is
the
bad.
topic, we are back to the topic. Okay. Now, when you meet somebody and you plan to have something with that person, from the beginning you start seeing the signs of jealousy. Jealousy doesn't just manifest.
Of
You
course
start
now.
seeing it. You start seeing it small, little by little, by the kind of his mannerism when you do certain things. Maybe how you dress, or how you shake men, or how you greet them. His reaction. Open your corner eyes and be watching him and see how he reacts.
Not
Or even
your
if
corner.
it's
Open your full eye and look at the person very well. Don't
your
do
full
corner
eye.
eye.
But they are healthy jealousy though.
Wait now, if he sees your full eyes, now you know. I want to talk about the dangerous
No,
one.
you
Then we'll
see,
talk.
the healthy jealousy will not make you nervous and anxious.
It does.
Can
It
I
does.
can
It
I
It
does.
can I
does.
share an
Anything
experience
that
and
makes
ask your
you
opinion on
anxious.
whether or not it falls under
It does.
healthy or toxic? Because to be
Okay,
honest, till
shoot,
tomorrow, I'm not sure.
shoot.
Okay, go on.
So when I was in uni, I was dating this person. We're like the couple, the campus couple. He
Mm.
was a year ahead of me. We're doing the same course. So he finished, he went for youth service. And doing his youth service then, I remember people used to say, youth service ends relationship. That's it. He would have met other people, blah, blah, blah. And of course, the first 3 weeks of camp, there's hardly ever network. You're in campground. You're charging your phone when you can and all of that. But I didn't worry. I just kind of understood the deal
You
when they
didn't
explained it
notice
to me.
them light in my place.
Hmm?
You didn't notice they've taken light.
No way.
Yeah.
In
Yes,
South
look.
Really?
Africa.
How did this even happen?
Shehu spirit has entered your Shehu.
Continue. I'm sure they'll sort it out now.
Don't listen
So
to this, my bad. Continue,
I
Nike.
didn't worry
When
at
in the
all
middle of
because
hot
I kind of
gist.
just got the deal that youth service camp, and then so that was it. Finished youth service. We're still keeping in touch when we can. After the first 3 weeks, we were posted. We communicated via phone most of the time because it was posted to the north, and sometimes there was no network, but we dealt. Then I finished. He finished his youth service, then I finished, and then I went for my own youth service, and that was when problems started in our relationship because again, the first 3 weeks on camp you even you leave your phone and you pay someone so that you could charge it. So you leave the phone with them and you pay to charge and you carry on with your camp life and then you come and pick it up. And sometimes I'll come and I'll see like 10 missed calls. And I'll be
Wow.
like, then I'll call back. Oh, well, you didn't pick the call. I said, you did not do youth service. Don't you know how it is when you're on camp and you leave your phone to charge? You will shout, okay. And but when I call, so throughout the whole camp time, it was always that I call you, don't pick, I call you, don't pick. And then I have to say, but like my phone is dead. It's dead. Then when I find time to charge it, I'll charge it. And when I call you, I always call you when every night. So what? Anyway, that drag. Meanwhile, the whole camp knew me. If you just say hello, I have a boyfriend. What? I have a boyfriend. You can't even shout hi. Yeah. So they all. Some people even call me Mrs. Boyfriend because any small thing I will start introduce. I have a boyfriend. After
Yeah.
camp, I went to Lagos, back to Lagos, and we met. And that was how he was like, oh, he thinks that all the time he called me, I never picked my phone. That I thought I should bring my phone, let him check my phone
That's obvious.
to see.
There's no need.
And at first I was like, you must be joking. Like, what? You must totally be joking. I'm not giving you my phone or anything. And then he said, if I can't bring my phone, then it's evidence that I was doing something. And I said, it's not evidence. Anyway, I said, yeah, take the phone. On my phone, there are Kukuma messages from people on my phone. I had lots of people that were sure. My phone had one person that used to tell me every day how he loves me, how we will marry one day. So he read everything and then said, you see, he said it, that this is his proof. That's kind of how our relationship ended because I was just like, see, what? I said,
Thank
you
the
did your own
Lord.
camp. When people told me that you misbehave, I was defending you in uni, say, lie, is faithful, is faithful. Now my own turn has reached. He won't even let
Yes,
me be.
it is
So you call
toxic.
that
Thank God
toxic?
that he went his way. Thank
Yeah.
God, because you don't need that kind of person in your life. Because look,
But
let me tell you, one thing I've come to realize with a lot of people is, and I'm not saying all, but many times the person who is jealous, who is accusing you of cheating, is because they themselves are cheating. So they are projecting their fear of what they are doing on you. And you see, the thing is, look, until you catch man on top of me, don't harass my life. It's true. Don't harass my life until you catch that man like this. Do it carry well on top of me. Don't harass me
Anyways,
because
man.
before I met you, I had male friends. I will hug them. I will give them handshake. I'll chat. And of course, I'm not going
Oh,
to
oh,
be climbing on top of a man and
okay.
sitting on top of him and everything. But then you'll not be harassing me because I greeted the man, or he shook my hand, or he gave me a hug. Ogbeni, please, Waka. What's the meaning of that? Because if you're harassing me this way, number one, I'll be like, it's because you're doing it. That is why you think that I'm like
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I'm not like you. So leave me alone. And once
we,
it starts to become harassment, especially when it starts to cause anxiety or it starts to make you feel that, oh, is this dress nice enough? Do I look good? Hey, I hope I don't look too good. Please, I beg, carry your kaya and go because I don't need that kind of mental mess up in my life. Just go. I need
there's another
someone who is proud that his girl looks good enough that other men want to look at her.
there's
Not
another
someone
angle.
who, okay.
Okay.
There's another angle to this. I met before I left Nigeria. There was this couple I knew. The guy was like, she was working at a bank called Zenith. I don't know if it still exists then. So you know how Zenith ladies used to dress then, short skirts and all. The very pretty lady,
Then you could see.
voluptuous, pretty lady. So I noticed that the guy decided to make himself the wife's driver. Despite the fact that the company had pools of cars to move staff around, he wants to be there. Okay, you want to eat? I'm coming. You abandon our
Oh,
gist,
did he
everything.
have job?
Office.
I
You just
wonder,
had
oh, you didn't have
uh,
work.
to go and no, he was working in the same compound with us. You abandon us and you leave Ikeja and go to Victoria Island. You drive her, bring her back. I don't want to see you talking. I don't like this friend. So one day,
Oh.
I noticed that the woman was already getting frustrated because we're all quite close. I was like, oh God, why are you always like this now? You're behaving like a village man now. Why are you always pursuing and policing this woman like this? Sometimes you even go and embarrass her in the office. What's the deal? He said, let's
Embarrass. Ah, no. I draw a fuck. I'm sorry. I draw a line.
What did he say? Hello,
You are
Ron. What did
listening.
he say?
So he said that let him tell the truth. That his insecurity stems from the challenge he went through to capture her. I said, how? Explain.
To
He
go
said
fear
that,
capture.
that he had to
Eh,
rest.
because
Oh,
He had
she's
to,
a gazelle, antelope.
People should let
no,
Ron talk, Joe.
continue.
I want to hear
No,
this
he
story.
interrupted me when I was talking about oh no, so you should accept the interruption and
Will
continue.
you keep quiet?
You
so,
two keep quiet.
so back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. So he said that
Eh,
he had like 5 different men to contend with. So he said the only reason he got this my wife. He said it's money or that he use money to capture her. That if not, they don't collect his wife, they go. I said, wait. Repeat what you just said now. He
Wow.
said that that he contended with 7 great men. That he's not talking of small boys or that powerful men. I said, why did you do all this? So he shut my mouth up by saying, is she not worth it? Look at my wife now. Is she not worth it? So because he
eh,
said
pẹ̀lẹ́
that,
o.
I couldn't say what I had in mind to say. Because what I had in mind to say was like, if you had to go through all that to get her attention, she's not your own now. Let the people weigh
Exactly.
go. Why did you have to go and spend 7 million just to prove a point? I catch the wife, and now you've caught the wife. You are not
Now you
sleeping
have
again.
tension. You have.
This is
Eh, you're not gonna die young.
the guy is even dying of hypertension because she needs toothpick. You leave Kikeja to go and deliver that toothpick.
Ah,
That hair is falling
I
off.
think,
You carry his
I
handkerchief
think,
and go.
uncle will die
That
oh.
one is
I
high
think it
blood pressure
sounds,
waiting to happen.
I just
I
say
think it
no.
sounds realization.
Heart
I think it
attack
sounds
waiting to happen.
realization as well. So some people, they've looked down on themselves so much that when they find a particular girl or lady, they can't let go. And because they have this, I can't let go, and it's vice versa. They can't let go, and they become
See, if
very,
somebody cannot let go of me, I will let go of them. Oh. Eh?
yeah. But
You are
I'm
running
saying
after me saying you can't
generally.
let go. I will let
But
go of
pray
you.
to God you don't fall into that situation. It's easy to open your mouth and say, if it's me, I'll waka. I know people who are smart, right? That people who you think they are bold and smart, they're in a bad situation, like
Matters
really,
of
No,
the
really.
but it's
heart are
not
always
a matter
like
of
that. Yeah.
boldness or
Matters of the
smartness.
heart are always
It's not a
complicated.
matter of boldness or smartness. It's a matter of anxiety because me, I avoid any situation that causes me anxiety. So
Yeah,
as soon
yeah.
as I start to recognize it like this, even if
Having
it is wrong, wait, even if it's wrongly placed, that even if it's my own insecurities of anxiety that is making me place and that this person is making me anxious, my number one you see my self-preservative instinct, it is super strong, and I am ready to fight like a tigress for
mm,
my own sanity. So once
Abby,
I sense, wait now, once I sense that someone is doing something that is causing me anxiety,
mm.
mm-mm, màá gbeja, because I don't want to be
I
in that
know that,
position.
I know that you can say that, and I know that you probably have it. But I understand what Ron is saying. Sometimes, some relationship, you have invested so much in it. You have invested time. You have invested money. There are
That is
children. There are
what
so
I'm
many things
saying. That
involved.
Ron himself was the first person that said you will start to notice it even before you will notice the
Yeah.
tiny
Not
things
see,
that
see. If
you will start to overlook.
everyone, if everyone is noticing this trait, now, once I know that some is very obvious, yeah, some are so covered that the way they will make it, unless you have this, see, the way they will do it, you will not know. Do you
Yeah.
understand what I mean? I have seen quite a lot. I love to wear short skirts, right
Mm.
from when I was younger, like very short. And I'm five
Sexy
seven,
long,
which is
huh?
almost 5'8" to go there.
Jesus is Lord.
Yeah.
Stop it.
My wife is there, and I don't mean like probably going to mean it,
I
right?
want to hear this.
I can imagine
And
when
then
I
you
first got
complain that people
married,
are interrupting him rudely. Oh.
and when I first got married, it was a big deal for him because it was like, it's because of all these short skirts that you're wearing that they are looking at you.
But
Attention
didn't
that
he
you
say
should
it
let
before
them
you
look
got
good.
married? Didn't he say it at all before you got married?
No, no. Before I got married, I'm like those ladies where there be touch not my anointing. Before I say one word like this, I'll be like, excuse me. Say no, I don't mean that. So when the ring, Oloruka, when it has entered hand, right?
Hmm.
There is a different level of a level of anointing that follows it. And I'm
See
sure
why
we can
when I keep
see
saying
like
it
that.
that I have no interest in getting married, people around will be like, eh.
See, I
It's
understand.
because of things like this. Because once you get married, you can't collect demons.
This
See,
Abby is going to
it's
get
not just when you get
to
married.
get in
Sometimes,
trouble.
yeah. See, we invest money, we invest time, we invest emotions into relationships, either we get married or not.
Yep.
And there's a level at which you have
I
invested so
get,
many things. See, if it's
I
somebody
get
that
it.
you just want to do, ding dong deal with, that one, if you sense it, you can run away. Right? So let us tomorrow now, you tell us now, oh, meet my new BFO, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
thing is, every man or woman, you want something, you want some kind of stability, no matter how we try to tame it away. And so when you have that stability and you enjoy what that stability gives you, then it takes a larger or stronger heart for you to say, you know what, regardless of what this stability is giving me, sleepless
I'm not
nights,
doing again.
I'm not doing
But
again.
wait, this
Sleepless
is what I'm
nights,
saying.
loneliness.
Everybody knows what they want in a relationship, right? Me, I already know that I cannot deal with jealousy or somebody
Abby,
putting
do you
me in
know
an
my
anxious
prayer for
state of
you is
mind.
that you will not fall for someone who is going to be a jealous person? Because at the end of the day,
That
when it
is the
comes to matters
point.
of the heart, you cannot reason it, you cannot
Okay.
think it, there's no logic to it, there's no sense to it. It's why you see high, successful people who are very high in their field fall in
I
love with
think my
people who
days of
probably
falling in love
even
are
abuse
over.
them. And you'll
You
be
see,
shocked that this high powered person
Let
is
me
being
quickly put a
abused.
See,
disclaimer before Abby
Abby,
go.
if I,
Abby, mommy, though, please. I try my best to talk sense into the. I don't know where Abby is coming with this statement. Because Abby is trying to pitch me against Momsy, and this is what I don't want.
okay,
Stop making some
wait,
statements.
wait, 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 wait. You know, I don't
Yeah.
agree with many things that run. Wait now. I don't agree with many things that Ron says, but I agree with this one.
Which one?
which one?
No, wait. I don't agree with wait. I don't
Mm.
agree with Ron on many things, but I agree with him on this one because after speaking to many people, it actually makes sense. And that is why I said I think my falling in love days are over. Because Ron always says something. He always says something. He's like, Duke, look, it is not falling in love that you used to go into a relationship. It is respect and understanding. And honestly, I'm not interested in falling in love with anybody. I'm more interested in
Tell me
someone who
more.
respects me and who I respect. And once I start to see by the tiniest smidgen something that makes me afraid or anxious, my falling in love days are over. When can I fall in love? I don't do. I
Abby,
have been
you
single,
know why
I
I love
never
you?
die. So if you
You know
go,
why
I
I
will
love
not
you?
die. I will find
Abby,
somebody
you know why I
better
love
who will
you?
respect me.
You
But
know
I'm
this
not going to now
statement.
sit and then be in
If
a
you take
position
this
where I'm
statement that you
having
have said,
palpitations because oh my spouse is coming or my partner is coming. I'm not
okay, I
interested in
wanted
that
to
kind
say
of
something.
relationship, not for nothing.
She's not even hearing us.
So that's all you fall in love with.
She's not
I
hearing
think
us,
my
though.
falling
You
in
see?
love days are long gone. I don't know what.
Okay. So what I was going to say is that thank God that I am no longer young. Thank God that I have moved on because people like Abby, when I used to have them in my uni at the time, honestly, because of what she has done and what she has said, I would have preferred her a perfect match that would do this deal for her then she will understand this better. Because all these things that we are saying, I'm not joking. I'm being realistic.
Yeah.
That
Some in
the
matters of the heart is
main
best
aim of this
experience.
person
Yeah.
is to just go and show her what we are talking about in plain language.
Yeah.
Because, and I know how heart-wrenching that could be. I have seen people that will come to me, oh, my boyfriend cannot do this. And my boyfriend, I say, are you sure? How many days do you want to give me? When your boyfriend starts coming, just talking like you want to see me, I will call you. You meet us in the same house. So you will know. That all I'm saying is this, that sometimes you can't really predict what somebody else is going to do, no matter the four-figure table.
That
But
is true. That is true.
you can rely on your own sense of, maybe intuition. You can sometimes think, okay, I think I've got all these things together, but still, you don't get it together. You can, I can plan if I tell you I'm traveling today, they ask any of my siblings, they say, this one that my sister said she's traveling, she has been planning like 3 years ago. And I'm not joking. I might not make concrete plans, but already started putting in my head that, oh, this is how I'm going to do this, is how I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And so when you are somebody like that, and things that happen to you differently from what you have planned, then you know that you are not the planner. You are
Yeah.
just a designer.
Yeah.
But there's somebody somewhere that knows how to plan something more than you do.
Yeah. I agree.
Do you understand? So for me, this is how I see it. So that's why I'm saying that some things we say. I remember I would say certain things when I was growing up. I would say, no, me, care. Hey, I have the heart of the beast. I don't say that anymore. The only thing I'm saying that God, the person that will let me lose my head, I refuse to meet that person. That's a
That's
prayer
the
point for me.
actually that's the ideal prayer point because I was about to say it before Abby jumped in. Abby, thanks for the finally admitting to superior arguments and superior information,
Oh,
Oh my
superior
if I
God.
think so.
superior piece of advice that
Can
is
you
finally
please just
helping you
shut
to
up?
see the
Can you just
way
shut up?
thinking
Can you just
and the
shut
way
up?
you are seeing
Can you
life
just shut
now,
up?
all that.
Can you shut
Okay, so
up?
what we're saying.
Can you just shut up?
The thing is, when it comes to, I know she's just angry that she can't believe that my dreams came right.
No,
So,
no.
so when these things happen, we really like Habi really pointed out. We really can't control it. We can say never, 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 ever, ever, never, never. But the truth is that the only opportunity you have to filter out this trash is from the beginning. And this brings me back to
Exactly.
that statement I said the other time that you ladies nearly killed me. Do not go into any relationship with Walt Disney mindset. Don't.
We what?
Don't do it.
Walt Disney mindset.
Oh, Walt
Don't
Disney.
relationship with a Walt Disney mindset. You have to go like a business person. When you meet somebody for the first time, go in like a business person. Don't go in. Okay, read Sean. Oh, just trying to charge my phone. Boom, whatever. Okay, come in when you're done. We're waiting for you. So
He's
But I
not been
think,
able to
Ron, with
get
that,
in.
what you're saying though, I think sometimes what you're saying comes with experience. Because I entered relationship with Walt Disney. I'm a very
please,
happy ever after kind of person.
don't feel judged. Sorry,
No,
I'm
no, I'm
saying
just
this.
talking about experience. And sometimes the younger you are, that mindset is just what it is. Even not even just women, men too. And then with the older you get
Yeah.
experience.
You know that feeling you had. It's an acquired feeling. It's not as if it's natural per se. It's acquired. We were programmed to think that way, right? You have a duty now to focus on your kids and tell them, listen, I know we are going to be watching a lot of Disney cartoons and rom-coms and all that. It's not real life. This is real life. This is what matters. This is what
Yeah.
you look out for in a partner. You're a parent. It is your job to train your kids, not television. You
Yeah,
tell your
true.
kids what's going on. That this is what you look out for in a man. I know, yes, you want to kiss, you want to cuddle, you want it to spin you up. Yeah, we'll get to that later on. But first things first, what is his purpose? Is he, and
Exactly.
if he's jealous, Are you meant to be around a jealous man? Do you know these things lead to death?
Yeah,
That's
of
what I'm
The,
course.
saying.
Yeah.
the men
And that's
killing
why
their
I'm
wife.
in love.
This
Love,
is how
but
it starts. That love they are talking about is actually a psychotic, a psychiatric imbalance. All those,
condition.
yeah,
Well,
for somebody to go and kill somebody because you checked somebody. Let me tell you a story, a very funny story. When I came to this country, I had this friend, very close family friend. So I didn't know my way around. So he was dating this girl, this colored lady. Colored is
Mixed
a race.
race, you mean?
Sorry.
Mixed race, you mean?
No, here in South Africa, they are classified as colored. That's the official classification. Okay,
Okay.
so very pretty girl. So he one day we just heard that he'd been stabbed like 14 times by his girlfriend. Ah, what did this boy do now? They said that the girlfriend was talking to him in the kitchen. He was not listening. Then she went to peep at the phone and saw that it was another girl he was chatting with. She didn't ask, "Is this your girlfriend?" No, no further investigation. She just
Investigation, just
removed the longest samurai-looking kitchen knife there. Cha 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 cha. 14 star wounds. My good friend ended up in the hospital. They suspended his leg, one hand, one leg, almost. So I came with banana and tangerine.
banana tangerine.
So I came to see somebody who had just come from the land of the dead. I was like, because I spoke with the mom. The mom was like, "Please check my son." She was, the emotions. My child nearly died, so I went to meet her. I said, how are you? He said, fine. So all this time, I was talking to him. There was this girl just doing this mattress. How do they call this bath? A sponge bath.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
the napkin bath or sponge bath. She was cleaning
Sponge bath,
him.
yeah.
It wasn't a nurse. I just realized that this person is not a nurse. So after everything, I started
Mm-hmm.
saying, "You just survived one color girl. You don't go carry another one come hospital." He said, "No, this is the girl that did it." She said she's sorry. She's what? I said, dismayed. The doctors, the nurse. I said, let me beat this girl. He said, no, you go to police station. I said, why did you take her to police station when she stabbed my friend? So if I beat her, I said, I'm good. So they held me and they took me to the corridor. Then later on, they
That stabbed
calmed me.
him.
Wait now, they
Hey,
said, I was new now, I don't sabi anything. So later the doctors calmed me down. Don't worry, your cousin will survive. She missed the vital organ. I said, see the way you're even saying it as if it was a competition to get the vital organs that she missed it. She was actually meant to get it. So when I got back, I transferred the anger from the girl to my guy. I just said, you know what? Give me the phone. So I picked the phone. If you those who know me when I get mad, I was like, "Mommy, you don't have a son. No, this boy is dead. He's dead to me. The child, he is dead. They're going to kill him the second time." This, I just said, you know what? Let
mm.
me because then you couldn't do video calls. So I just took picture. Cha cha cha. Inside this picture is the guy that wanted to murder your son. This
She needs the
witchcraft,
better
you know.
organ. She was again the better organ.
Of the place. When I got to the staircase, I forgot the banana and tangerine. I came back and collected it and left. I didn't speak to him again for like 2 years. 2 years, I didn't speak to him again. He begged and begged to try to reconcile with me. 2 years, I didn't speak with him. I said, because to me, you are dead. If you went back to the same girl after all said and done, then she didn't complete her mission. You are dead. But after a while, when I started becoming very, very sensible, and I started thinking properly, when I started understanding the love of Christ and all that, I just decided to
Love.
let me
Matters of
just
the
let
heart are always complicated. Always.
that
During youth
love.
service, there was a girl that our boyfriend beat. He beat her. She ended up in hospital. But she has big brothers. So when her older brothers found out that the reason she was in hospital was because of her boyfriend, they went and they beat the boy. Guess what, this girl? She left to discharge herself from hospital so that she would go and take care of the boyfriend, crying that their brothers was to kill. The whole story was just disgusting for me.
That's
But
going
I now
on.
know that with matters of the heart, sometimes you can't even reason with people. They are in love.
You can't. You can imagine somebody gave you 13 star bones, I mean 14 star bones.
That's
You still
crazy.
call the person again. You forgive
Ron,
the person. No.
Ron, you see this thing you said then when I first came to Bolton. It wasn't for tables or anything. It was in my church. In fact, anybody who is listening who used to go to Redeem Church when I first came, Ellie, remember where we used to meet? Please, if you remember this story, this guy, I packed chair with him. Me and him used to pack chair in church. Like very handsome guy, everything, mixed race and all that. Then he was dating this lady from Egypt and all that. So apparently he was a Shino master. His name, I can't remember whether his name was Femi or something. I'm not vilifying all Femis, but he was a philandra of the first order. According to me, I don't know. I only knew him in church. But apparently the girl now found out some text messages or whatever and killed this guy. This if this woman has come out of prison, maybe she's just come out now.
Wow.
In fact, all of us were sober because this previous Sunday, I had still packed chairs with him. And I was like, hey, now we now us and this chair, Sha. He was like, now so we see Amo. We laughed and we continued carrying the
Wow.
chairs. So that conversation was just running in my head that so this guy has died like that because of he came to study. He now came to do love in Tokyo in the middle of studying, and
That's
the
what
love
I
in
mean.
Tokyo now killed him, and he was his mother's only son.
Ah,
In fact, I was weak. And that's why I'm telling you that maybe it is age. But as I am like this, the tiniest smidgen of anything that will cause me anxiety. I have been single for a very long time. Single, no, they fear me. I would rather bounce than go and stay in a relationship that I will be having palpitations because don't call me, oh, hey, please, hey, hello, I be husband myself like, oh, hello, hey, I'll be afraid to shake you. I mean, because I don't want my boyfriend to I beg you, to your tent, so Israel, let us do it now.
when
I'm not.
Ian and I first got
So I
married,
know that we don't have, but look, unless I know of instant chemistry, we quickly go and do the kerewa and remove the thing from our body and calm down. But that the one we want to enter long distance relationship, I be long term relationship, and I'm already seeing the beginning of scoring in your life right now, and you tell me that's because I'm in love. I'll continue.
Love is magical.
when Ian and I first got married, I just remembered when we first got married,
Yeah.
before the kids and all.
Nike,
There was a time
I'm listening.
so we went into town, and we went shopping. No, we said after
Hello.
church, so we said we'll have lunch in town, and then I wanted to go
Oh
shopping.
God, this thing
But
has
while we're
hung
having
again. I hate
lunch,
this
an
internet.
old uni friend of his, a lady, walked in, and so they hadn't seen themselves for a while. So it was like, oh yeah, so they're obviously catching up. And the plan for us was to have lunch and then go shopping. So I said, you know what? I would leave both of you to catch up, and I will go shopping by myself, and then I can come back and meet you guys here. Or if you finish, call me. We'll hook up wherever I am, whatever shop, I'll tell you. Because there was no point me dragging him away or anything. So I kind of left them. So I went into the shops, and then I saw some of my friends who we'd seen in church earlier. So they were like, oh, where's Ian? I said, oh, he's catching up with a friend at the restaurant. And they're like, oh, a friend. I said, yeah, a girl that they went to uni together or something. And they're like, a girl. And it was so strange to me that a lot of them thought that it was weird that I was comfortable leaving my husband to chat with a lady that I didn't know in a restaurant, that I left them. And I
Are
was
they going
like,
to
well, I don't
put each other
understand. Like,
there?
how could you have just left them? What if it was an ex? And I was like, well, what if it was an ex? Because
So?
ex or no ex, you sure chose me, we are sure married, we chose each other.
Abi.
So the truth was that they knew each other. It was obvious that they knew each other. And it was obvious that they could catch up. I wanted to go shopping, and shopping is not even Ian's thing. So I would have been dragging him from one shop to another. He would much rather, in my head, it made sense for me to leave him to catch up with his friend. I could patiently do my shopping with no one telling me, when are we going? Let's go, let's go, let's go. And it was a win-win situation. But I remember some of my friends going, oh, they can't believe I did that. In the same breath, though, Ian had a gift that an ex gave him. A painting. It was a painting because there was a chessboard his ex gave him. That one I didn't mind it because it was a chess set. But there was also a photograph that she gave him, which he had kept. And that really, really upset me. So it's strange how different things get to me. There was the same ex gave him the chess set. I had no problem because it was a chess set. It was a game. It was practical use. It was a gift. But this was a photograph she had taken, and she had gifted
Or of
him.
herself, Vex.
No, it wasn't of herself. It was like they went on holiday together, and the picture. Ian is getting him. Is contributing now inside
Oh,
this
I'm
thing.
using
I've
my
not
own.
invited him into this conversation. Okay, a sunrise, a
I
picture
told
of a
you 2
sunrise in
hours.
Iceland. But once I knew, and the strange thing
I
was,
was
I liked the picture. But once I knew that it was a picture that his ex took and gave him, I was like, wait, so this picture I've been admiring every time was a love gift from your ex to yourself. Now, in my brain, the chest was like a birthday set, a birthday gift. So that my brain could accept. That's fine. It's a birthday gift. But the other one was more of a love gift. And so I was like, holding on to the gift means that you're keeping the love alive. And it was just strange at how I reacted to the picture. And so I'm aware in terms of jealousy and relationship and how we can work out. And while in one scenario, some of my friends thought that I shouldn't have allowed Ian catch up with his friend, and they felt like I should have stayed there with them so that I could monitor the conversation and what I'm not exactly sure what they wanted me to do. While on the other one, I was acting out because of the picture, and I was going, oh, I actually cried. As in, I didn't have like a
But
big.
you know
I
your
was just like,
husband.
you
You
still
know
have
that
the
there's
picture. That means you still like her. You still love her and stuff. And then he had to kind of get rid of the picture because of that. And I think about it now, and I think how stupid and dramatic I was about the picture. But
no, but Nikki, the thing is, you
I
knew
don't
your
think it was
husband.
stupid.
You knew he wasn't going to be having sex in the middle of a restaurant. So there's no problem leaving him to have a chat with someone there. But I completely get why you would be upset over that picture, because I would have been upset, especially if it's a picture that either she took or she took of herself. Ah, we were a problem. Get
I
rid of
think
it.
for me, it's the projection of what everyone else has been saying, and now putting everything together, now seeing that in the picture. If you're completely from a different background and it's not from our people, how they term everything as possible danger, because it's not
yeah,
everything that they term possible danger that is actually what it is. I understand their skepticism, but I just think that the more it's just like when I was talking about being pregnant. I am not literally. It was so bad that even when I meet a complete stranger on the road, the stranger would tell me, "Hi,
Hey,
Candy."
Candy.
hi.
The stranger, the stranger would tell me, a complete stranger, because we have the same color apparently. Oh, congratulations. So when are you due? And I was not pregnant. Oh, congratulations. So when is baby? And so in my head, even though I was not pregnant, it was like I was having a mental torture.
Yeah.
I've got people, because at the time I was living in London, and I got people from London calling my grandmother back in Nigeria, saying that I'm pregnant, even though I wasn't
Ah,
pregnant. I was going, so you can imagine how I'm going to be reacting to everything, even though initially I was like, oh no, me and my guy, I'm not ready for this, I don't have time for baby now, I don't want to do this now. But by the time they start this unnecessary story that touches the heart, I'm not even kidding. This is me praying. Papa must change. Father, I want to be pregnant. Lord, I want to be pregnant. And it was
Ah,
so, looking back at it now, it's the stupidest thing ever. I can't even believe that I did.
so you think my
and
reaction
this
was
is what.
probably at the back of what my friends had said earlier on, and so
Yes,
because I added that and then saw the
it's not
picture
that
and then exaggerated.
exactly. It's not that you will not react to it, but you won't take it as that deep. Like it might just say, "Oh, why is this picture here? Why is she sending it?" You can even laugh at it because it's funny. Because I see my ex when he goes out, he likes ladies that got big boobs and I'm sorry, I don't know, maybe this is not allowed, but he likes
No,
ladies that got big everything and everything, and that doesn't make me jealous. I was just like, okay, that's what you like. Okay, I love men who are very tall, dark, handsome, and all that. Don't come to me now. I don't have time for necessary handsomeness. Don't bother me. Anyway, but then yeah, so I say that, and so when I see ladies with that, I will be the one to say, before what he will be doing is that he will be using one corner of his eye to be eyeing those ladies when they are going, not like eyeing them like I want to come and have anything to do
No,
do
but
with you.
admiring them,
You're
yeah.
admiring them. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
okay, there's no point in dodging yourself to do that. Let us kuku do it together. So I'll just see the ladies go me. I say, hey, these are your sex. Oh, yay, God. They have brought your sex. Like, why are you doing this? I said, is it not something that you normally do? Well, let's kuku watch it together.
Now, let us
You'll,
look at
you'll
it
be fine.
together now. When my own spec
Yes.
parts too, if we look, oh.
And I know that some other ladies would have gotten angry with that. Say, why is he doing this? And we discussed about it. I said, but seriously, if you have this kind of, fantasy or you love it, why did you close the eyes when you are coming to me or what happened? I was trying to ask you questions, but we joke about those things. So for me, that wasn't really like a major problem. But
Mm.
because I didn't, I wouldn't naturally discuss such things, with family and all that. People would say all sorts. I also do used to like somebody called Odunade Adekola, the Yoruba
Mm.
movie actor. And then I remember it was YouTube days, no, video CD or whatever days. And I told him, I said, oh, I love this guy. I think I like him as my boyfriend and all that. I would tell him that. And it wasn't like a big deal for both of us. He understood that, that's just me talking. And anytime he wants to go and rent the movie, he would get those movies for me to say, oh, I've gotten the one that your boyfriend is there. I said, you are a darling. He say, you are this guy. I said, Ishaku will not jump and come and meet me in the UK. And then we laugh about it. But do you know that I went to some people's house, like family friends, and when I saw the movie, and I said, my boyfriend is there. They looked at me because they are church people. They look at me, boyfriend, you are married. I said, I think you can call him and ask him. It was a
Losing
big deal.
your
They have to be looking at me
grades.
with one kind of eye. And so that's why I'm saying that in reflection, if they have opportunity to kind of sit him down and tell him why he should be jealous, then that becomes an issue. That means I won't be able to talk about it in the future. Be like, oh, why are you liking another person? Yeah, I like fine guys. So when I see, but now I'm not just interested in finance. You have to be sensible. So I've
But you
done a
see,
lot
this
of
is the
time.
thing. It's all about number one, knowing the person you're with. Number two, being friends with the person you're with. When you
Mm-hmm.
start to have things where someone is sniffing your underwear, I have heard of people whose spouses sniff their underwear when they come in from outside. Like, I want to know if you've been sleeping with somebody,
How
or
can you
or
even
they're
tell
searching their.
if you've been
I'm
sleeping with
telling
someone
you,
by sniffing
sniffing their
underwear?
underwear. They
How can
won't
you
let
That's
even
them
a
shower.
tell?
They'll be like, strip. I want to sniff your underwear. Where they're doing things like searching the bags, where they're,
Ugh.
looking, going into the cars, go and check and be smelling. Has anybody been inside this car? Who has time for that kind of rubbish?
that's extreme.
That's just another level of distrust. That's
That's another
ridiculous.
level.
And that's where I'm saying
That
that
person is
anything that
not
will cause you
that
anxiety.
person is not a jealous lover. That person has become probably a narcissist or some kind of
Yeah.
other
No, the
trait
person
that
has
we
not
This
can't
is
been
put
more
on.
saying
than
that's
just
what.
jealousy.
So,
Thank you, Candy. Yeah, Candy agrees
can
that it's more than
any
jealousy.
experiences of a jealous jealous
Lover,
partner,
Who
lover?
me?
Yeah, I trust you.
I'm trying
I
to think.
nourish.
I think I had one time. I think, and this was actually like the first. I think it was like the first real relationship that I was in. His name was Michael too. Now that I
Mm.
think about it. Ugh. Anyways, but
Oh
yeah,
God.
he was very like he would question me like where if I was gone somewhere, he would like question me. He was always checking up on me. He was always trying to police what I wore. Like, you know me, I want to wear what I want to wear. So like
Exactly.
yeah, he just wanted to like control every single aspect of my life, and he didn't want me to have friends, and he didn't want me to like. He was always, you know, questioning the friends that I had. He was always questioning where if I was said I was going somewhere, he'll be calling to check up on me. I mean, he'll be asking me if I was even remotely. Maybe I said I was gonna be home at a certain time. Maybe I'm like maybe 15 minutes late. He would like be upset about it. Like it was crazy. I was just like, okay,
Okay, so it's the kind of person who asks you to put spoon on your head to prove that you're at home, and it's a particular kind of spoon.
yeah, yeah, it was kind. He was crazy, and I like. It's
I
funny
think
because
when we are all younger, we have a tendency to fall for, we tend to misconstrue those kind of things as love initially, till we realize
yeah.
that, wait a minute, this is not love, this is madness.
No,
Because
I mean,
you're like, oh,
I don't.
he's so crazy about me, doesn't want anybody else to talk to me, that
Actually,
kind of thing. I'm feeling.
see, that's the thing. When people also say that, I never. When I'm just gonna be real here. When I was young, I was not looking for love. I'm not even gonna lie. I was not looking for love. I was just hanging
Mm,
out, having a good time, and so I
mm.
was. It wasn't even like love. From when he started doing this, I was just like, shit. This is not what I. This is not what I bargained for. And fortunately
Exactly.
for me, my mom was coming to visit, so I kicked him out because it was my apartment. I'm like, you can't be here when
Mhm.
my mom's here. So that's my excuse to kick to like get rid of him. But like I don't know. So yeah, I know a lot of people. Sometimes you're blinded by love or whatever. But that was having the
I
case for me,
think
and I
this
knew that this guy
season.
is not. I just had to figure out how to get rid of him because also these people can be crazy.
Oh
People,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know what
yeah,
you
people
just
can be
said, Candy,
crazy.
reminded me of something I read on YouTube, on Facebook just a couple of days ago, where a girl was dating this guy, very possessive guy and everything, and then they called her from home and told her, "Look, your cousin has landed in the country, and of course he's coming to come and stay in your house." You know how families can be; they'll just tell
Yeah,
you this person is coming to your house. Whether you're ready to receive the person, you're not ready to receive the person, they don't want to know, oh, this person is coming to your house. So she's like, okay, fine. And because she had to go to work, because of course it wasn't like a planned thing. So she
yeah,
was like, okay, let me get you from the airport, drop you in the house, go to work, and then, So, and it was like that morning, your cousin is in the airport, go and get him, he's staying at your house. And of course you complain, but of course, Nigerian child, now you'll be like, mom, but at least would have given me. Didn't
heads
he know he
up.
was traveling
Yeah.
yesterday or 2 days ago? Why didn't you tell him? Okay, anyways, go and pick him up, drop him. So she dropped him, went off to work, only to be called by the police some hours later. Her boyfriend had apparently gotten to the house, met
Oh
the
boy.
cousin sleeping from jet lag, and had actually carried, like, maybe like a frying pan and gun at him. Luckily he's still a Niger boy that's eating well, so he was able to jump up and defend himself and
Oh
that kind
my
of thing.
god.
Became a jakadi and all that kind of stuff. Next thing, police was called, all that stuff. And he was like, how dare you bring another man, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, are you not? Is my cousin. It's like, no, I don't know him. So do I know every member of your family?
Yeah.
Let me give you a short story, and I'll try and make it short, but it's quite of long. A brother, a brother is a church brother, quote and unquote. Now they become church brother. The church brother I met on Facebook. We talk, and he said quite a lot of things that would make someone want to, like, stories that touch the heart.
Mm,
But because I've moved from being an emotional being to a very conscious element, I would use. So I know that all those stories that touch the heart, they are crap. Now, in one of our many conversations, I was listening to the things that, the way that the value that I placed on women. For instance, saying that my girlfriend and I, he would tell me, my girlfriend and I were fighting one day, and I was really angry because she didn't treat my mom very well, and what the girlfriend did was that the girlfriend could not the girlfriend said to him that, I'm sorry, tell your mom to take a taxi because we're going very far. We're traveling. So they were traveling. They came on a visit, and the mom said, "Oh, can you drop me there?" And she said, "Oh, my girlfriend." The girlfriend said, "Tell mommy take Uber so that mommy can get there and we can go to wherever." And the guy fled up. Right now, the guy
mm,
fled up, and he also said something. I said, "So how did you guys sorted that particular fight?" They started a fight because the guy was like saying, "Oh, the woman, before she could talk to me, I told her to go and prepare dinner first,
Eh.
right?"
To go and
eh?
do
So he
what?
was saying that to me. Now, this is
Prepare dinner.
to prepare dinner. This is quote and unquote an admirer. Now, I was like, "Oh, that's interesting. So your hand is broken. You cannot do anything." But
Mm,
what I'm trying to share this story is this, because sometimes people don't come direct to be jealous lover.
Mm.
They come with some kind of subtle way first of all want to strip that person of everything that they believe
Yeah.
and then come up with their own
Mm,
ideology.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
mm.
So this person will come up, oh, when I have my hair down, it'll be like, oh, I love this your hair. I love this. Like you can, if you like love, talk is cheap. All this nonsense stuff. Me, you know they carry me anymore. It's like 20 years
Exactly.
ago. You tell me all that, like, ah, yeah, 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 yeah. But now, come off it. Love is not anything to me. If you can say it from now to tomorrow, start acting it because it's an action word. It's
It
not, you
is.
can't, it's not, you just can't say it to me. Anyway, but what I noticed is that there's this consistency in his behavior in terms of
Eh,
subtle, is it misogynist or what? How do they pronounce that word? Subtle narcissism, subtle everything encompassing in one person. And then one particular day, to make it worse, and I said, oh, I'm going out, so I'm going to have a date and all that. Remember, it's a friend. I'm going to have a date and all that. And I could see it was calling me. It was calling me, and I was thinking, excuse me, we're not dating, are we? Can I rewind? Are we dating? And no, it was just checking. I said, you don't need to check me. You're not my dad. I'm an adult. So all I'm saying is that they can even come enveloped in a, like in a very lovely packed, wrapped, bubble packed envelope that you think, oh, this person is human because they are not coming. No, I don't think a jealous lover will come, as they are coming and show us that they are jealous lover. They come to gain your confidence. They come to know more about you. They come to know your vulnerability. They come to know what you can cope with. And so they want to strip you off all those things before they come up with their own agenda. So
It's like
most times,
emotional manipulation as well, though. So you're
exactly.
right.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah,
So
yeah.
because when we are talking about jealous lover, sometimes we talk about it like, okay, if I say jealous lover, I already know that this person is jealous lover. I can't stay with her. No, they don't come like that. They come very, very kind, very subtle. Oh, you're a lady that I respect so much. For me, talk is cheap. I spoke to my kids this evening and I said to them, how do you know a lover that is right and the lover that is not right? And they were looking at me, Mommy, is it love topic tonight? I'm like, okay, they are 14, 12. I'm like, time. Sometimes people think, oh, this particular topic, you're not supposed to say it to children and all that. But how do you know? It doesn't have to be lover, it could be friends, it could be acquaintance, but
Yeah.
how do you know? Don't listen to the words, watch the action.
Yeah.
You see,
Whenever
but
you
that
listen to the
is
words,
what I apply with even friends, ordinary friends, because I'm telling you, I used to have friends, two girls, who used to treat me like I was their private property. They used to fight each other. Like, it was a no, Abby is my friend, Abby is my friend. I'm like, wait, it's not as I'm strictly Dickly. Oh, I like this thing. I don't understand what is going on here, but the two of you, I don't get why both of you are fighting each other about who's going to spend time with me or be at the house. Or I mean, one of them, especially when I got very ill, when people used to come and visit me, she would actually go to the door and say, Abby is not home or she's sleeping, and slam the door and wouldn't let people come and visit me. And I was like, wow, 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 wow. If you are crazy, me self I know gbadun. Oh yeah, alele commander they go. Because as I said, you see, maybe because it's age or whatever, but anything that is going to cause me the slightest form of anxiety. And this person was of immense help to me. I needed them. But when I look, you're making me anxious with this your behavior. So I weighed the state of my mind versus the help the person was giving me, and my state of mind was much more important to me. So I was like, I will manage, and if I can't manage, I will rough it. Whatever happens, let it
hmm.
be. But I would
And
rather be able to
it's
sleep
not
in
an
my
easy
house.
decision, though. I think it's not an easy decision, but it's
It's not an
something
easy
that
decision.
when someone
I
is determined,
suffered.
you
I
can do.
suffered because of that decision. I've suffered physically. I suffered, with my health. But you know what? I could sleep when I needed to sleep without being afraid. And for me, that was more important. And that's what
Hmm.
I'm saying about once someone starts to give me something that is causing me anxiety about them, because already certain issues in my life makes me very distrustful of people. I'm very distrustful.
I get
I
that.
have to really, really trust you to be able to to sleep in the house. I have had someone come and visit. They spent roughly about a week. I think I slept a maximum of maybe 10 hours in that week that they were in my house. And that 10 hours was when they go out to go and do something. I quickly catch a nap because I couldn't sleep. My mind, I didn't trust them. So I couldn't sleep. So there is no way when you're already and I pick up on tiny things, maybe because I'm bipolar, maybe because of things I've gone through in my life, but tiny things like this. Once I'll be like, I beg, just day your day. I don't want stress. Why do you think when Ron starts his karakata, I just be like, I beg, just leave me alone? Sometimes I just switch off my
Ah,
phone.
Why
can you
Yes,
imagine? Can you imagine?
yes,
Of
now I'm
all, of
dragging
all
you.
things people
of
say.
all examples, yeah.
From nowhere. Yes, I wanted to wake him up. I wanted to see whether he was awake or he was still sleeping.
So
See his face. You shocked
It's
Ron
It's
into
shock.
like,
It shock
speechlessness.
you. It shock you.
yeah, I
No,
think
no, Ron doesn't do me anything. No,
majorly,
please. Ron doesn't do me anything. I just wanted to see whether he was listening or he
I
had
think
dozed off from
majorly,
what
I
he
think
was talking.
majorly, it's just that self determination to
He's still in
love oneself
Yeah.
beyond benefits or whatever that you're gaining from any relationship. Maybe it's just a mutual friendship. If you love yourself more and respect yourself more, then you will know when to flee actually, rather to stay or to go. So, like you said, you see, before, if someone tells me a sub story, I'm a sucker for love. I'm a sucker for sub stories. If you tell me, I'll be like, oh, how can you be going through all this? I want to see, the savior mentality, the mentality
Mm.
that, you know what, I could support everyone, I could help everyone. Yeah, thank you for those people that made me toughy because today I'm not going to be that. If you like, cry for money tonight, doesn't bother me. My job, people cry every day. So when they are crying, I'm like, okay, I purposely, with my money or myself, I buy a big box of tissue. So if you like, cry. If you are crying, I just say, oh. And it's understandable, but crying is good for you. And they'll be like, they'll be looking at me, oh, yes, okay, if you want to cry, do you want me to take you to a different room so you can cry? Or are you okay? Oh, I think I'm okay
Ah,
now.
Abby, God will
Imagine,
forgive you.
I will switch my voice to say it. I'm not going to be saying all this Nigerian English I'm saying here. I'll be doing unnecessary assault
Spray,
voice and
spray.
it'll be like, it'll be falling like, this girl, she's so emotional. All those words now wash. But I know that people do that for manipulation purposes. So if you tell me, oh, I can't do this because I'm sick, I can't do this, okay, that's fine. But you know what? If you don't do it, this is what's going to happen to you. Point QED. So I won't be like, oh, making so that has helped me,
It's
not just
this
as I'm
internet.
doing it as a job, but also in my everyday life. So when people come with me, I run an NGO in Nigeria, which I've mentioned before. Um and trust me, if you're looking for sub stories, you'll be wow in Nigeria. It will shock you when people come with sub stories, but you will know that if you do your due diligence, most of those sub stories are not genuine. And I'm not saying there are no needs, but I'm saying that, people, they use that to step on things. So when somebody's coming to me, the relationship being too kind, one step, I'll be checking you, that your kindness, you get careless. If you're horrible, you're in trouble. If you are too kind, I will check you. If you are middle, I'll be like, okay, let's just be, don't be too nice. Don't be too horrible. So you have to just be an
Hmm.
average middle person, like somebody that has, how will I put it now, that can show that you're normal, you're human. Because it's human to be angry, it's human to have
Hmm.
a tiny bit of jealousy. Do you understand
Yeah.
what I mean? It's human to have all those things, but when the excessiveness, the higher spectrum, that's what we are running away from. So as soon as I see a tiny bit of going to that higher spectrum like this, not so flee. So
I
it's
think
just, yeah.
Abby's definition, there's a time she said that jealousy becomes toxic if it makes the other person feels either a bit uncomfortable or fearful
Mm-hmm,
or anxious. And I think
mm-hmm,
that's a very nice way of putting it
Yeah.
because if anyone is in a situation where their partner makes them feel any of these ways, due to their jealousy, then they need to kind of re-examine that relationship. And I think sometimes it's easy to make excuses for people we say we love. So someone who is toxic like that would do something. Maybe they would hit you because they see you talking to an opposite sex, or they
Yeah.
react in an aggressive manner. But then they will make it all about them. They can start to cry and go, because I really love you, you know, I don't want to lose you. And then before you know it, you're going, oh, he really loves me, or she really loves me, oh, I
The
know.
story
And
of
then
my life.
it changes. And the next, there's a pattern, and then you're stuck in this vicious circle where
Yeah.
they lash out, they cry, they apologize. And so so I would just say, if anyone's in a relationship where the other person's jealous, it makes you feel either anxious, fearful, uncomfortable, then just do a restock of that relationship and just
Yeah.
bail, just leave it. And
Yeah.
Even
but bail
because I don't think
sensibly,
it's
because having
all.
said that, some people have died trying to leave relationships because the person is so jealous, they will go, if I can't have you, no one else
No one else.
Ah,
will. So
Yes,
some people are
that's the
dangerous that
one.
way as
That's the
well.
one.
yeah,
So
Yeah,
let us.
I
That is why
think
we should avoid it. Just avoid it. Don't go in with that love in Tokyo thing in your brain. Just avoid it because you
no.
don't
I
want
think
to.
sometimes
I
can
mean,
we
this
avoid
avoiding
it
you keep saying,
sometimes?
sometimes it's impossible to avoid it. I've told you,
Yeah.
matters of the heart. It is what it is. People
No,
fall in
but
love
what I'm
every
saying
day.
is, do you fall in love like Yakata immediately?
No, but
The first day?
Abby, I think like I've never really been in that like I said, this guy that I talked about. I mean, he was a little bit whatever, but he was never. I never felt fearful or anything with him,
Yeah.
But I was just
Hmm.
not comfortable. I was like, oh, okay, this you don't own me. I was like, what, 19? I'm like, like you don't own me. Like fuck off, man. But there are times though where from working with people who have had like domestic violence, or like who I've worked in like I've worked like a mental ward with people who've experienced things like this. It's kind of hard. Say hi, Kennedy.
Hey,
It can be,
honey.
I think people can all we talk about red flags, but there are people that are
Mm,
just so good. They're like really, they're so good, in that beginning phase, they make everything all about you. They,
Thank you, darling.
and it's a slow process. It's like a slow kind of like mind fuck that they do,
Very
where it's
subtle.
like very, very, very subtle, and they start chipping away. Very soon you just find yourself isolated, and before you know it, you're totally dependent on this person. They make sure that your life revolves around them and them alone. They isolate you from your family,
Mm-hmm.
from your friends. I don't think anybody goes into
mm.
a relationship thinking, I want to cut off my friends, I want to cut off my family, I want to do this, I want to do that. It's like a slow process. So I don't think anybody is like, people will just go like that and see this happening and just allow it to happen. It's a very slow process. It's like the human psyche is
No,
very
no.
interesting. Like there's a psychology to it. And the people that do these things, they know what they're doing. They're
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
sociopaths
It's
or psychopaths
deliberate.
or
Yeah.
whatever. They know what they're doing.
Mm.
So,
I
we have
know,
to,
but it's just that once they start with the one friend,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. But
But
it's
they
they
won't
don't
tell you.
yeah. But
it
that
doesn't
what I'm saying is
they're very
you
subtle
would
about
not,
it.
because once someone starts to say, I don't think your friend likes me, because like those two girls I was talking about.
Mm-hmm. Go on, Abby.
Oh, we're
She
Abby.
frozen.
She's
Okay, you
She's
frozen
frozen.
again.
frozen. Oh, I
She's
think she's
frozen.
Sorry, we were my internet is so bad.
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
yeah.
we can hear you.
No, I'm not frozen. I don't know why my internet is so bad. Can you hear
We
me?
we
We
hear
can
What
you.
I'm
hear you
saying
Yeah.
is
now.
like the two girls I was talking about, yeah. The two girls I was talking about. It started with, I don't think that your friend likes me. And I was like, are you here because of my friend or because of me? Focus. You understand what I'm saying? It started
Yeah.
with those tiny, I don't think your friend likes me. Then it now was like, what if your friend is, oh, okay. So if your friend is going to be here, then I don't want to be here. And I was like, you can leave. That's the
Okay.
door.
Let,
Bye
let,
So
let,
bye.
wait, let me ask you a
let,
question,
Because
let me
Abby.
give
How long
you.
ago
again,
was
maybe
this?
because of my background, I'm
let,
very distrustful of friends that want to
let,
dictate
let
Yeah,
me give
and of
you.
how
course, how
things are
long
going to
ago was
be
this,
in my
Abby?
space.
Abby.
How long ago?
No matter
Kelly's
how
asking, how long ago?
innocuous it seems,
I don't
it
think she
makes my
heard me.
own
She can't hear.
Yeah,
nerves
maybe.
on edge. You
Abby,
understand
how
what I'm
long
saying?
ago?
So
Kelly was
maybe
asking how
again,
long
it's
ago.
up to how people react
She's not hearing.
to these
Yeah,
things
Because
that
yeah.
makes the
Abby,
difference. But it just makes me very nervous.
Abby, can you hear us?
Hey God, I don't know.
you hear
I
us.
can hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay, I was asking like how long ago was this with these two ladies?
These two ladies will be about 8, 9 years, 8, 9 years
Okay, so
now.
you had some maturity already to you. When these things
Yes.
usually happen, like people usually go for the young, impressionable, green. That it usually if you see that when people are in these relationships, they've been in these relationships from when they were really young, from when they were like, you know, where and also sometimes also the person's background, if people have like daddy issues, or they didn't get that love that
Mm,
they wanted to get when they were younger, and they seek it out. Like there's a lot, it's not you have to realize, like, life is not black and white. It really isn't. And not to say, although like sometimes, like I used to think, like I used to blow my mind, like how do you stay with, but I've come to, there's a lot of nuance to it. There's a lot of like moving parts and factors to it, that when you really get down to it, when you peel all the layers away, there's just so much going on. And
mm.
it's really usually a very sad situation for,
Oh
and
yes.
yeah, it really is. And it's not as simple as saying, oh, you can't just you just fall in love like that. It's not. It's really not that simple, I think, for most people.
I get it, but
Yeah.
I beg everybody.
Like
My
I
own
know,
thing
and
is
I
just
totally feel where you're coming from, because I can't even imagine I can't imagine myself like letting someone like run rock shot over me like that. Like it just can't happen. But and we're all kind of like built differently. And also, like I said, I don't have a lot of like, I come from a very loving home. I was very, I have a very wholesome background, that I didn't.
mm,
My mom raised me to be independent, like all these things. So there's a lot of like moving parts to it that can really
yes,
affect how someone falls for a person like that.
I,
If that
yes.
makes any sense.
I
Yeah.
think talking about a jealous lover, really though, I don't think a jealous lover would see the thing just like how we presented it now. Let me tell you something. They are going to. There's a way. The aim is to make sure that you don't have anyone, right?
Right.
But when they are coming through, aside from them, they're not going to come. Some of them will not come like, okay, your friend is this, but they will try and enlarge or maybe elaborate on what that friend is doing, and you
Mm-hmm.
can tell that that friend is doing that thing. Maybe I'm your friend and I'm supposed to be calling you every day based on what we are supposed to be doing together. And I don't call you every day because of other things that you probably know of. But this is a friend that's trying to separate you now. It could be a boy or a girl trying to separate you from someone else. That this is the way they come through it to say, oh, do you not see your friend? Now we can't see your friend here. Oh. Your friend is not here now. Oh. After
Mm-hmm.
you be saying this, so they won't tell you. I'll be stop following this person, but they will be
Exactly.
projecting those thoughts into you so much
They
that one
plant
day
the
you now be like,
seeds.
the thing that your friend is doing, that you are probably like, okay, she's only human, she can do anything that she wants, she's my friend, but I understand that. But this person that has this so jealous aim, like I said, it could be a boy or a girl, they will
Mm-hmm.
now be the one that will gradually put
Mm-hmm.
that thing in you. Then automatically you start, for some weird reason, because they have projected those thoughts in you, then you will just see that person as a toxic person. Don't forget,
Mm-hmm.
oh, the toxic person is the person that is jealous and they're trying to keep people away from you. But they
Yep.
won't come like, okay, this is my intention. They will never tell you. The real toxic people will never tell you that this is what I am trying to do. They
Yep.
will only be doing it in a way that they will be projecting. And you can imagine if it's a man, it's even
Mm,
different because they're like, okay, this your friend. After you say that you have friends, you're always going to her, but she never comes to visit you. After you say this, after you say that, gradually you are thinking this person is a bad person. You pick
Yep.
another thing. That one too is a bad person. At the end of the day, it's only you and them. When they know that you don't have that background coming next to you, they complain about family, they complain about friends, they complain about this, they complain about that. At that point is when they will show their toxicity, and that's
Just
when
to
they will now
even
be thinking, go on.
Yeah.
add to what you just said, Happy. Usually they would first, before they even get to the point of isolating you, usually they first of all will present as it will present as love and attention to you. So
Mm-hmm.
they would shower you with so much love and attention initially, so that you, when they start to suggest that other people in your lives are not as reliable, or other people in your lives do not love you,
Yep.
you would believe them because they've shown you so much love and attention that in your head they have your best interest at heart. And so when they now say to you, this other person doesn't care for you as much as I do, they've evidenced that they care for you. They've presented that
Exactly.
way. So you're more likely to now believe them because it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
happen, like everyone has said. And that's why when, again, like Candice said and you said, now knowing who I am now, and even younger, I would say it would be hard for me to be in a relationship where someone says to
Mm-hmm.
me, "Don't do this." As I can't picture it. But
Mm.
having met people who have come out of such relationships or currently are in such relationships, I can see how it's happened. Sometimes I can even see it happening. And I'm aware that even when you try to tell the person
You're out to
this
Mm.
get
is
them. You're jealous of
happening,
them.
they wouldn't even believe you. It would just be
No.
like, "Oh, you're jealous of what I have. I've got a
Yeah.
good person
Yeah.
now," and so they don't even see it, and it's always hard. And that's because the person who's manipulating the situation has
Mm-hmm.
presented as being very attentive to you, making sure your needs are met. And so you're lost. People are lost in all of those things. It's so hard, and that's why I usually only say that when whoever it is, whoever is in that relationship, who's a victim of that relationship, once you get to the point where you're now feeling either anxious, fearful, or uncomfortable, then at that point, all those colored roses, all the whole he loves me, that foundation is shaking now because he's now
Mm-hmm.
presenting other aspects that's now bringing in a new kind of feeling. When you get to that stage, what people tend to do is start to now make excuses then for them. Oh, they don't mean that. They just really love me. They love me too much. That's the point where you have to go, let's let's sit down and recheck this relationship and go,
Mm-hmm.
nah, no more. But it's hard. It's hard. It's really
I
hard.
think
When
what
I was in
everybody
uni,
should learn, I think what everybody should learn is the word detachment.
mm,
Detachment. Knowing that people come to your life for various reasons and be ready that as they have come to your life, they can go as well. So if we
Mm.
have that notion, it means
mm,
that no matter how good a person is, if they are finished serving the purpose that they've come to your
Yeah.
life, you should be ready to release them. So if you have that at the back of your mind, it means that when somebody's coming with a toxic nature, you already know that, okay, because this person is now getting toxic, it's no longer good for me. They start their
Mm.
purpose, now they can now leave. And at that point, you don't see that as, a big deal, even though it might be painful, because I always like to hurt myself than people hurting me. So I can tell somebody now, even though I love the person, everything might be good with them, maybe the sex, everything might be good. But when I get to the point that if I describe my ex, you'll be wondering that as much as you describe this person, you've been saying all good things, then why did you? So they might not necessarily be bad for everyone else, but if they are bad for you, it's
Yeah.
now time to let them go and let those who can keep such relationship, let them have them. Don't be greedy because that greediness is going to cost you. So let them just release them to the world, and then maybe someday someone else. And it works wonders. I have tried a lot of times to learn detachment. That this person is in your life for this particular purpose at this time. Some might be there forever, some might be there for a short while. And so when
for a
it's time for them
season,
to
yeah.
go, release them.
Mm.
Let them go. Wish them well. I have
They
friends
say if
that
you
would
love someone, you let them go. Don't they say
very
that? If you
good.
really love
It's
someone,
very,
then
but
you
it's
let them go.
difficult
If they're
if you
yours,
have
they'll
not
come back.
trained yourself. A friend
Very
of
right.
mine, she's in America. She used to live in London. We talked like 24/7. As soon as she got married, she just discarded me like a piece of trash. Like, oh no, me, I'm too sophisticated to start moving with you. And it was painful to me. I did all that. I was like, oh gosh, why would she do that? But remember, I keep reminding myself detachment. I already had time that I was supposed to detach from her, but I didn't let go because I was being sentimental. I learned my lessons, but guess what? I'm happy with myself because I have to even actually send her happy birthday this year, even though she never remembers that I did my birthday a couple of months back. But I have learned that she has finished her, a purpose in my life. Whatever we have had together was a good time, which I will cherish for a very long time. But still, it's taught me detachment. Go in peace, and I go in peace.
Mm.
Well, ladies, we have gone over 2 hours, and I can see that some people are having NEPA issues. We just saw Sheon Sean, and then it disappeared briefly, and then Ron has been struggling to get on. I'm trying to add Sheon Sean again, but we're actually because unfortunately I'm struggling with the internet too. But honestly, I really appreciate you guys. We have trashed this, and I think the lesson learned here is once, because again it is very true, sometimes these people are so smart, they're so subtle, they come into your life and they are so sneaky about it, but the
Mm-hmm.
moment, the monument you start to feel, it's true, the monument you start to
The
feel
monument.
Oh no.
Oh, she's gone.
uncomfortable, uneasy and anxious, pack your load, carry your slippers, put it under your armpit and run. Don't wait, because unfortunately, some of these jealous people, they actually kill. They kill.
Oh yeah.
And you don't want to go and end up, because someone will not be like, well, if I can't have you, nobody else can have you. It's only kidding. When I'm not here, please, oh, let it be.
Oh
So
my
when
God.
we get, and we there are some people we should always tell ourselves that we must never be able to, there's some friends that we should know are gold, they're indispensable.
Right.
You, nothing in life should be able to separate you from such friends. So when you now have somebody who's not trying to be that final, get rid of that final bastion, then that should be an alarm bell in your head that not like this person, like my bestie. The man that will come between me and her, I never see you, because we've been friends for over 20 years. So, you understand what I'm saying? So if anyone starts to start saying something nasty about her, I know that it's time for me to get rid of that guy. And that's just it. But you know what? In everything, let's be guarded. Let's make sure that we surround ourselves with the love of people who really love us. Let us be able to, let's be smart enough to recognize those who love us for always, and those who love us for a season and a time, and those who love us for what they can get out of us. And sometimes, and God give us the wisdom to know the difference.
Yeah, go on.
So
For
honestly,
that
ladies,
text
thank
message,
you.
the person, the text message that kind of kick started all of this off. This is just
Mhm.
my own personal message to that poor guy in that relationship. Please dump that girl. I'm begging you with all that is in me.
I'm sure all
Dump
his
that
village
girl.
people have
A
gathered
girl that will
themselves
make you to
together.
take pictures with spoons on your
It's
face
like
and
you said.
cutleries in your
Wait,
face to
wait, wait,
confirm.
what?
Oh,
It's
Candy, you
Candy. It's a ridiculous.
you miss.
She messages him to go, "Where are you?" And then he says, "I'm at home." And then she makes him go to your kitchen, get a spoon, put on your face. Make sure it's the spoon that I know to confirm that you're at home.
Spoon that she knows?
I'm telling
It's
you, and he was
it's
doing it.
ridiculous. He
And
had to
then
take
she
a
tells him
picture
to
of
show his
his bed
bed.
sheets in his house to confirm he was in his house. It's just dump. I think dump her. Like, sure,
Yeah.
ghost her. Ghost. Don't even dump her. Just
Yeah,
ghost her.
this
Block
one
her
you don't want
number.
to like just cut out of your life. That's a crazy person.
She's
Candy,
not even normal.
I'll try and get Ron to send you the text messages so you can read it yourself.
Oh
It
my
was
Ridiculous.
God.
ridiculous, ridiculous.
That's
Just
So
crazy.
unfortunately, Ron and Sheon unfortunately have not been able to join us again. But ladies, thank you so much. And normally I will stay for our after party,
Yeah.
but my internet is giving me hell
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Abby, I just
So
want to say
please.
sorry I was late today. I had to go pick
Oh
out
no, 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 no,
Halloween
no!
costumes for
You already said you
Candy.
were going to be busy. And
Yeah.
Nick, my heart goes out to you. You and Abby, please. I know that you guys are dealing with some things. My heart goes out to you, and I really wish you all the best. And I pray that the comfort of God will surround you, even as you go into this week, which is quite tough. But at least use this tonight's show and laugh, eh? Please,
Laugh, yeah.
just watch it again and laugh.
Thank
So,
you.
if you want to stay for the after party, please do. Unfortunately, my internet is not letting me do that.
Yeah,
But
you can call it
next week, I'll
today.
be back.
Today, the next
I'll be
week, yeah.
back home at my base, and we'll be able to do this properly. So, Thank you, everyone who's tuning in, who's watching. Thank you, every single one of you who dropped a comment or something. Really appreciate it. Until we do this again, this is Abby and Friends on Mongolo Crooning's show. Take care and God bless.
Bye.
Bye.
Everyone. Bye.